everyone, welcome back to another live. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Sorry that was slightly late. I was finishing my dinner. But yeah, we are doing another darts watch along, people, because why the fuck not? I didn't have a stream for today. I didn't have an idea what to upload today. But big up to everyone that's in here. Thank you to everyone that's waiting, because Lewis raided the channel, so raided the stream. So big up to Lewis for the raid. Thank you to everyone that was waiting, and please leave a like on the video. Even if you don't like watching the darts, just leave your comments and just contribute. We're just gonna chat a bag of shit whilst watching the darts. But basically, it's not an open panel. But big up to Melon as well, as always. The dart streams will just be solo. But yeah, another semi-finals and final to look forward to. Luke Littler back at it again. Luke Humphries as well is in this as well. So it's Ryan Smith, and yeah, we're live on the Twitch and the YouTube. And yeah, I'm looking forward to another good, tournament. Another good tournament. Just getting the thing up. Big up to Dave as well. A summer bin Amarim Moyes to Leicester. Listen, I can see that happening. Like, just because they were stupid enough to hire Steve Cooper, even though they were more ruthless than West Ham to sack him, I can see them hiring David Moyes. So you never know. Like, I don't think Moyes would get the best out of their squad, because me and Neil were discussing before, like, they don't have the squad for Moyes' style of play. That was literally their problem by hiring Steve Cooper for all the attacking plays they had. But Leicester are below us. They have less expectations than us, recently promoted, and sacked their manager before us. If you guys want to see my match reaction to the Newcastle game, that'll be tomorrow at 10 p.m. as well. But yeah, long day. Long day. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing with being a serious club. You can at least, like, go back on your mistakes, At least go back on your mistakes. But this is kind of the thing now with, like, this whole manager thing. Is like, it's a bit stupid to sack him now, because, like, you had your international break too. So they genuinely expected to beat Chelsea with Steve Cooper, and it was like, no, we're gonna sack him instead. So the decision kind of doesn't make any sense. But it's better sooner than later. And it's better doing it now than waiting until Leicester are actually in the bottom three to do all of that. That's what I will say to that. So there is also that as well. When's the Alfred podcast? That's tomorrow. So basically, the GVO show, the podcast with Alfie, will basically be at the same time as the Newcastle match reaction. So Alfie will be on the match reaction. But it's still the Newcastle match reaction and the podcast at the same time, because we don't have time to do two separate ones. That's kind of what's going to happen when one of our teams plays on a Monday, So we have to do it at Monday 10 p.m. because obviously we're playing at 8. We're playing at 8, so kind of makes sense to just do it all together. So it's still tomorrow at 10. Every Monday, you'll get me and Alfie as a podcast. But yeah, looking forward to this. Obviously, Littler beat Dedeka earlier as well today. This time it wasn't as close as the last tournament, as the last time they faced, where Littler had to do that mad comeback going from, like, I think it was like 9-6 to 10-6, but to 10-9, sorry. So he actually just battered Dedeka, which is kind of just impressive in itself, to be 100% real. 100% real with it. I might need to change shirt just because it's actually hot in my room right now, so I need to probably change clothes, because this is going to be a long stream. I can't lie. It's going to be a long stream. Big up, Melon. Big up, bro. But this is going to be, like, at least, like, 3 hours, I assume. A bit like last time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the darts, because there's also... Yeah, no, Melon, I'm just doing the dart streams solo, bro. But big up anyway. Obviously, there's the whole darts tournament. No, I know, bro, but I'm just going to do the dart stream solo. From December the 15th to January the 3rd, there's going to be obviously the world tournament as well. So obviously I'll be doing a lot of watch-alongs for that when I can, when it doesn't clash with the football as well, because obviously this is the football channel technically. But I'm going to just try and work hard over the Christmas period to try and get as much content out there. Maybe it's a niche hole in the market, bro. Honestly, I think based on the fact that it was the most viewed stream on my channel somehow. then maybe football and darts watching on podcast all at once. Who else but Mike's? Like the December period is going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of games. There's going to be a lot of darts matches as well. Keep me busy during the Christmas period because I just need to get to January. Any UCL watch-alongs? I'll have Arsenal Sporting on Tuesday and Liverpool Real Madrid on Wednesday. And then I'm pretty much streaming every day up until next Saturday. So yeah, and Saturday as well, up until next Sunday. Because what's it called? We've got the podcast with Alfie / West Ham match reaction tomorrow. Arsenal Sporting Tuesday, Liverpool Real Madrid Wednesday, Arsenal preview on Thursday, and what am I doing? The podcast with Melon on Friday. Saturday will be the Arsenal match reaction, and then yeah. Big up to everyone in the chat, by the way. Big up to Wasim, Evening Mike's, and all in the chat. Do you feel confident for tomorrow? I'm never confident for any West Ham game, so no, I'm not confident for tomorrow. I've lost all the care in the world to get up for these kind of games, Wasim, to be honest, especially with Lopetegui in charge. So I expect us to lose tomorrow. I'm not going to react badly or anything. I'm just going to be very just exhausted when it comes to talking about this club. I just I'm just kind of exhausted. Favorite song on the album? Well, the Kendrick album. It's still probably Luther or Squabble Up. I'm gonna give it a re-listen again tomorrow, or probably in the gym tomorrow. It's still Squabble Up and Luther. Heart Part 6 is up there. Dodger Blue is up there. And what's the other one that I was thinking of? I can't remember the other one. But those are my favorite, my top 4 tracks, I'd say. TV Off is up there. TV Off is up there. That's the thing. Most of them are up there. Big up to Musty as well. Everyone like him. Sub up. Big up to Musty. Everyone like the video if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 15 likes by the end of the stream. Van Dudschen, Van Bode, or Dirk? I don't know, bro. Big up to Shovel as well. I love a day of football, darts and football, but not the kind of football you're thinking of. Fair. I hope that's not a euphemism and you're just talking about American football. But yeah, we're getting to the first match, people. It's the semi-finals and the final. And it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. I actually don't even know who's playing each other. I haven't had time to even look in terms of who's playing in the NFL. It's not. I'm glad it was NFL and not a euphemism. But I've never watched NFL. So there you go with that. Obviously, there's a Super Bowl coming up, and Kendrick's going to perform. I'm probably just going to watch the highlights on YouTube. I said pause. What did I say now? Oh, are you just saying are you saying it's a Musty saying he will strangle you? Yeah, you two. There's a lot of sexual tension between Musty and Melon in the chat. I can't lie. But Ryan Smith is playing first. He's actually just won every match he's been in this tournament very comfortably. Very, very comfortably. So I expect him to put up another good performance and carry on the momentum that he's on. I live in Pittsburgh. The Steelers are religion around here. Fair. I literally don't know anything about NFL. I don't know anything about NFL. I don't know what the culture is like compared to what football is like over here, where it's pretty much religion. And well, as you said, the Steelers are religion in Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, as I said, I don't know anything about NFL. Not gonna lie. Joshua Bode or Humphries? Humphries is probably the best in the world right now. Obviously, we've got Ryan Smith versus Littler first. Ryan Smith is going to give Littler a game. I wouldn't be surprised if Littler does lose, but the form Littler's on right now, you don't expect him to lose. Humphries is probably the best out there, even though he has been frustrated in the past few matches he's actually played. Big up to Colin as well. Mike's mate, good evening. What do you think about the link with Iraola? Hearing he's now the top target in the betting. I still think we wouldn't pay any compensation. So I doubt Iraola would come to us. But that would be ideal. That would be probably the most ideal appointment. I swear it's Ross Smith, not Ryan Smith. I could have sworn it's Ryan Smith. Littler's favorite now to win worlds, and I believe it. Especially on the form he's right now. Form he's on right now. I have to say, like, there isn't really many that's going to disrupt him. I'll be real, because like when you look at him, he just seems too locked in. He just seems too locked in. Like, it's even like he's never beaten. Mike's just Littler win a trophy every week. On the form he's on right now, it kind of feels like it. It kind of feels like it. It was literally last Sunday, wasn't it, where he won the last tournament? But it is Russ Smith. It is Russ Smith. You were right, Dave. I don't know why I said Ryan Smith. I thought it was Ryan. Fish and chips. Don't speak no sacrilege. Littler Anderson was good. It was good for Littler. Like, Anderson was a good sport. He was a good sport. He was like, fair enough, this guy's just way better than I am. Bunsen Mike, she also got a title charge. My days. Thoughts on the expansion in next year's Worlds to 128? Because I'm a new darts fan, bro. I don't know what the positives and negatives like are with expanding it, with the expansion. So let me know what the positives and negatives would be. Because to be honest with you, I've started watching it regularly this year. But it's because it's something that I watch off camera. I decided to fuck it. I'll put it on camera as well. Man, these Chelsea fans are getting carried away. Anyway, it's kicked off between Smith and Littler. Smith with the first throw. It's going to be interesting because Littler is just like the king of 180s. Like, he's obviously struggled with that double 12 earlier. Both haven't started the best. Did you see the F1? You know what? I don't watch F1, but Alfie watches F1. So if you're going to be for the stream tomorrow, you're going to ask Alfie. Alfie loves his F1. Neither of them have started well so far. By the way, no spoilers either. Just because I'm watching this on Sky Go on my Mac, so it's going to be naturally delayed to anyone that's watching this on TV whilst having my stream in the background. But this is best of 21 in the semi-finals, compared to the best of 19 that was in the quarters and around the 16. Neither of them have like started with a big total so far. Spoilers, one of them will win. None of them are here trouble yet. Legit. I don't know what's going on with Smith's aim so far. Both on 298. Oh, the finally a treble 20. Oh, 140. Well, I think what people like about Luke Littler as well, he's just a character. Like, he's literally like, well, darts players are like, oh, could be 180, yeah. And Smith was just hit at 180. Like, he's frustrated himself because he's been trying to hit that for the past 3 throws. But people just like these kind of characters. Just oh, Littler takes the first one. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. He's recovered it with the double 19. But fair play though. Like, Littler's such a character as well. He literally legit like one of us. I follow the guy on TikTok. The guy just reposts like old FIFA stuff. Nah, he's basically like me. He'll repost the kind of stuff I kind of repost on TikTok, like where it's like, oh, this old FIFA song and this old FIFA and stuff like that. You can tell he just, as soon as he goes home, he just opens like a bunch of packs. Just spends his darts money on FIFA points. Yeah, I can see you lot getting Champions League. I can see you lot getting Champions League, especially with where the league is right now. Could be 2 treble 20s there. Mike Littler reminds me somewhat of the great Phil Taylor when he started playing, but do not feel anyone will do what Taylor done in the game. Oh yeah, I know Taylor's a legend. Like, it's going to be interesting to see because obviously for darts you could just go on for as long as you want, basically at your age. It's not like football where you like Most of the time, you retire around like 35, 36. So he's gonna have a long career in it. Another 180 from Littler. The league is a fucking mess. I can't lie. But Phil Taylor, that's like high standards as well. That's so high standards. Like Smith's aim has just been fully off, and you can't afford to have this kind of aim against Littler. But he's actually not getting battered that much. Double 20, 2-0. Littler's already 2-0 up in his first two throws. I legit might have to change shirt. Might have to change into a t-shirt instead of a hoodie. I had to literally rush eating food just so I could get this stream done on time as well. But the games today, oh my days, the fucking it could be a 180 here from Smith. A 180 from Smith. Ice cold Magnum. None of mine are in the fridge. Mine are like actually right next to me. You can't see on camera, but we don't mind if you change on the cam. Ah man. I got Lewis to rate the stream. Big up to yourself, man, for that. Because I was when I was promoting the thing on my Twitter, I was like, why the fuck is there 20 people waiting? I was so confused. But it's a big up for that. Big up to Lewis for the raid, of course. I'm trying to hit 1K before, well, not before the end of the year, but that'll be impossible. But as soon as possible, people. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching this, make sure to subscribe. Let's try to hit 700 before the end of the year. Change on camera, good for my profile picture. I think everyone knows I'm not doing that. Double 15 from Luke Littler, 3-0. It's genuinely ridiculous. As soon as Luke Littler locks in, you can see it in his face where he's just fully concentrated. He barely misses. Ever since that loss to Luke Humphries in that tournament, like, mental. Get your flaps out. I ain't fat, bruv. What was that? I weighed myself the other day. I'm like 63 kg. I've lost weight. I don't know how I've lost weight. I used to be 67. Both of them got 100. That's decent. Like Luke Littler is very good at just transitioning from, if you can't hit the treble 20s, straight into the treble 19s. Final should be decent. Yeah, it should be, because most likely it'll be Littler Humphries. I'm 89 kg. Are you actually? From what you don't look 89 kg. West Ham got you losing weight. That's a positive. I don't need to lose weight. I don't need to lose weight. Moving like Lukaku. To be fair to Lukaku, half that weight is probably off his bald head. Bald people just look bigger. Oh, I could have gone for the bullseye there. Yeah, Smith is really disappointed with how wayward his treble 20s are usually looking. There's a 5. Double 10. 4-0. Bro, Littler's battering Ross Smith right now. Battering him. And the thing is, it's kind of more of a testament to how good Luke Littler is. Because Ross Smith won his previous 2 matches very comfortably. Very comfortably. So you can tell the level that Luke Littler's at. Oh, nearly a 180 now, so 140. I'm 5'11", so the weight just splits across me well. Pause. Can eat GDK all day. Knowing you, if you would. You would if you could, sorry. That this could be a damn whitewash. It could be. It could be. This is worse than Anderson. This is worse than Anderson last week. The thing is, Smith isn't even bad at all as well. Like, he should. I'd like to see him in the Premier League, the Darts Premier League tournament. But it's just the fact his aim has just been so off. Like, every time he goes for the treble 20. But also doing these darts watch-alongs actually helps me just learn more about the sport in general because I'm still a new fan. Because like as I've said before, people have been telling me to I know been telling me to get into darts for a very long time. So that it was a good chance just to get into it now, and it's a very easy sport to get into, even if you don't know the rules straight away. Because at the end of the day, you're just watching people throw darts and numbers and stuff, and you can kind of just work it out from there and like work out the intricacies and stuff like that. I couldn't, as I said, as I say all the time, I can't give you the same analysis as I can for football. Double six from Smith, and he celebrated that ironic celebration. Then take that into the break. It's currently 4-1 down. But Smith is very what's it called very capable of like pulling a few games back. It's just he just kind of has to catch out Luke Litter when he slightly misses out. Remember the Welsh draw is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. I'll try and catch that. What time is it on? What time is it on? Shout out to the fact there's 15 people in here. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 15 likes by the end of the stream. 5 in the UK, noon here. Okay. Okay. All right. 5 in the UK. I've got time for that. I've got time. I'll be back home by then. This is going to be my first time watching this tournament as well. And down the festive period, it's just the best time to watch sports. Like whatever sport you're into, I'd imagine. So anyway, I can't speak for every sport, but especially in the football season, I'm not really enjoying football right now, to be honest. Only really enjoying talking about it on YouTube. But the football and the darts put together, we're gonna have a lot of streams. A lot of streams. Obviously, just depending on how the schedules clash as well. And depending on what's on in the weekdays. If anything that's on in the evening and the weekdays I can do. Or maybe 4 PM onwards in the UK. Anything earlier than that, I'm probably not gonna stream. I just need to get to January, man. I've had enough of this year. GDK is not good. I've actually never had it. I've never had GDK. Feel free to get your questions in the chat below as well. It could be about anything. I'm just gonna waffle. I'm just here to watch the darts, people. But I appreciate the support as of recently as well. As the support around the recent weeks on YouTube has been brilliant. As soon as we hit 600 subscribers, we hit like 620 and a week later. It was not 620, 610 and a week later. Are you doing a watch along for the Misfits card? I'm not. No. Because I don't actually like I haven't cared about YouTube boxing for a long, long time. I do think the Addison Gibb versus Slim fight will actually be really good though. It's just I'm not gonna pay for a DAZN subscription just to watch that fight because I've tried like seeing if you can pay like the fights just for one off, but you actually have to pay the subscription to then pay for the fight, which is just a scam in itself. But the card is very good. The card does look very good. I just probably won't do a watch along for it. It probably would get traction, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not spending my money on it. I gotta watch my money in December. Like everyone knows, especially if you buy people stuff as well, like around the Christmas period. It's just gonna be long for how you spend your money and stuff. You hit 620 right now. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone that's subscribed, man. That means 2 people subscribed today. So even if that changes backwards or forwards today, big up to everyone that subscribed. 80 away from 700 already, and we hit 600 like 2 weeks ago. So I appreciate the support, man. Really appreciate it a lot. If you're not subscribed by watching this, please just subscribe. We're gonna get straight back into it, people. Currently, Luke Littler is 4-1 up against Ross Smith. So yeah, what are you buying Melon and Alfie for Christmas? I don't think we're gonna buy each other stuff. I doubt we're gonna buy each other stuff. I haven't actually seen Alfie in real life for a very long time, very long time. So I doubt, but I'm sure we'll meet up soon. I think Melon would just want alcohol. All right, straight back into it, people. Littler with the first throw. 4-1 up in the best of 21 in the semi final. I don't actually like who is Humphries facing again? I actually forgot. Give me a sec, people. If my tour actually wants to work. Just just get me a big JD bottle. Just funny, I still get asked by like my family and stuff like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I don't want anything. I don't want anything. It's fine. But obviously, Dushvan is facing Humphries later on. It's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah, he's facing Dirk. Okay, I'm legit just gonna call him Dirk from now on, Dave, because I don't know how to pronounce that fucking surname. 621 right now. Again, appreciate everyone that's subscribing, man. These darts watch along seem to do well. And obviously, big up to Lewis for the raid as well, because people are stuck by that. Bullseye from Luke Littler. Bruv, I'm sorry, yeah, but this guy needs to be drug tested. 5-1, and he just hit a fucking bullseye. 124 finish. This guy's unreal, man. I think he legit. He might. It's like when people call Haaland the robot in football. This guy, Luke Littler, is not gonna beat the robot allegations. I'm not gonna lie. The guy is just spawned out of nowhere. It's like a clone from Star Wars, bruv. Could be a 180 here from Smith. It is a 180. And the thing is, as well, it's not like he's coming up against shit opponents. Maybe I know he showed up Anderson, but Anderson got to the final. Like, you play who you come up against. Like, Smith is not a bad opponent. He literally beat Dedeka early today and very comfortably. Someone who he competed with very well in the previous tournament. And to be honest with you, Dedeka probably should have won that previous match. Or could be a 180 here from Littler. Oh, it's a 140. I always find it so unlucky when the last dart just deflects into the 20. Hey man, go from back to back Modern Super Series title to the World title in just over a year. At his age as well that's crazy. That's crazy in itself. That is like proper wonder kid status. But yeah, I've got to just keep my money. But double could be a double 16. Oh, he's missed the first double 16. Missed the second one. Ah, he's got the third one. 5-2. I've got to save my money in December, man. Everyone knows that you try and save in December, or you try and do like your present stuff early for whoever you're buying stuff for. Just disappears in a month. Very, very comfortably as well. I've had a fucking hard week over the past week, so I've needed this kind of stream just to chill out and relax, so I can have a decent week for the next 7 days, next 14 days. Need to just lock in, man, without revealing too much. Littler's very good from just changing his aim straight to another double, like straight away. And because everyone is watching on Twitch as well. You're the only one from the Shameless crew who isn't freed from terrorism football. Don't remind me, Dave. Don't remind me. Legit. Flawless has got Amarim now. Lewis has obviously got Maresca. Oh, 140. Okay, Yan may be in the mud right now, but she's still got Pep. Listen, Cam doesn't like Arteta, but he's still kind of in a title charge, even though I still don't think Arsenal were in a title charge. And even Neil hasn't even, like, Maresca got sacked, bruv. I'm not Maresca. Sorry. Steve Cooper got sacked. Like, and I'm here with Lopetegui. And there's not even an excuse about he's the newest manager as well. Like Steve Cooper was hired literally around the same time. 2 triple 18s there from Smith. He's just set himself nicely for a double 18. Missed the treble 19 there. Missed the treble 17. Smith could break there. 1 stream per day, every day of December. I don't know about every day. But honestly, depending on what the dart schedule and the football schedule is like, it might be close to that. You don't even have the best looking Spaniard. Oh, bro, that man's hairline is falling apart. It's falling apart so much. I need to edit the fucking title once it gets to the final. Treble 19 there. It's actually quite a decent start for someone who isn't thrown first. Swear Lopetegui is Italian? Definitely not Italian. I'm gonna assume you're trolling. But it's a disgrace to Spanish and Italian managers anyway. Treble 19. Am I mad? Did you genuinely think he was Italian? Oh, it's not the best time. 100 there. Special Steve isn't there anymore. Yeah, me and Strasbourg Steve were literally saying this. Like, we can't even bully Steve Cooper anymore. Like, in the Shameless oh, it could be 180 here. Oh, dart fell on the ground. I always find that unlucky. But me and Steve are literally saying we can't even bully Steve Cooper anymore. Like, we used to do that in the Shameless private. Well, not even me, just him really, because he knows I'm gonna try my best not to laugh at the private chat. We're just cooking Steve Cooper. We need Steve Cooper back in the Premier League and not at West Ham before anyone says it. Lopetegui is such a pasta sounding name, no racismo. Oh man, I didn't even know what nation it really sounds like, but regardless, he's some form of terrorist. Treble 19. Again, Smith could make this to 5-4 here. Remember what I was just saying just before the break, like Smith is capable of like winning a few in a row. Littler had a great start though. 25, 17, double 20. And he's hit the double 20. 5-4. Littler needs to lock back in. Game on. Not really hitting the trebles there. Not hitting the trebles at all. It's a 20. Number 20. Treble 19. Started well, Smith. Started well. All right. That's 100 there. Smith's taking his time with it. Treble 20. Could be a 180 here. 140. What are you doing if West Ham are waiting for Carlo Ancelotti to get sacked from Madrid to get him? Fucking hell, man. Oh. Man said Carlo Ancelotti. Lopetegui's DNA, Julian, inherited his father's strong character, mentality, and determination to win. He needs to win a fucking transplant, bruv. Man said win. Determination to win. Doesn't fucking feel like it. Everton got Carlo, so you never know. That's one of them freak ones, though. Carlo was just like, fuck it, man. He wouldn't put himself through the same stress around here. Especially going back to Real Madrid, then going to, like, Stratford. Smith has set himself good for a double again. Treble 19. Darts fell on the ground for Littler as well. 2 treble 19s is not going to be enough to make it 5-5, to avoid Smith making it 5-5 here. Double 16. And it's 5-5. And it's to the second break. Smith has dominated the second part. And obviously Littler started really well being 5-1 up. But now it's 5-5, people. On the best of 21. We've really got a match on our hands already. I did say don't underestimate him though. Like, again, Littler isn't coming up against dickhead opponents. He's coming up against people that are well more experienced. Moving like Madrid City in the semi-finals. Yeah, legit. I remember when Mahrez scored, I thought, wow, we're going to get a Liverpool-Man City final. I don't even remember that Chelsea-Napoli one. Chelsea-Barca. All right. Give me a sec, people. All right. I've got a fucked up nose now just because of this fucking winter, bruv. My nose, like, I'm not on the David Coop. My nose is just never safe from the weather. From summertime to wintertime, it's just, yeah, long day, man. Long day. It's actually woke nonsense whenever it gets to winter, whenever it gets to fucking to being dark at 3:30. Like, what is this nonsense, man? Down to 10 men against Prime Barca, 2 goals down away from home, but we win to face Bayern in their stadium in the final, and we won it, bruv. Yeah, you guys don't stop fucking going on about it. Don't stop fucking going on about it. I wouldn't either if it was my team. Elite childhood premier. Must see such a troll, bruv. Not even David Coop, more like Melon in the Stamford Bridge toilets. Oh, my days. Fuck's sake, man. What even is that? Oh, I've already just figured out what your profile picture is. Because obviously you change it all the time. Like, is that Madweke block for the Parma shot? People were blaming Madweke for that. I don't know what you could have done there, if I'm being real. But we've got a game on our hands, people. Madweke goal line clearance. It's good defending, to be fair. To be fair, it's good defending. Maybe he can transform into a left back. Become a left back, you know? It's good. It's good intuition. Shout out to everyone that's in here, though. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Because I don't know what it is with these darts watch-alongs, but they seem to get quite a lot of traction very quickly. And I remember before the previous watch-along we did last Sunday, I was looking to see on YouTube to see if there were actually any darts watch-alongs. There weren't any that lasted for more than an hour from when I was looking. So maybe this is a market that we could dip into. Obviously, we're not going to be the first to ever do one, but maybe the first to do one on a consistent basis where we can just watch a whole tournament. Because I can stream for 3 or 4 hours. I just have no reason to most of the time. Because obviously, when I'm doing football watch-alongs, I don't really stay around. I just want to go to bed. But with darts, it's a bit different. You can watch like 3 or 4 matches that are actually somewhat more entertaining at times. Mike, you know, I was near the Arsenal stadium on Wednesday and I needed a piss. So I went to the Arsenal toilets because it's outside the stadium and I pissed on the floor. I'm actually not lying. You know what? I can rate that level of pettiness and hatred because I would probably do the same thing. Apparently, Roy Keane confronted an Ipswich fan. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Roy Keane was at Ipswich at one point as a coach. Could be a 180 here from Smith. It is a 180. Straight back into it, people. Smith is not playing around. Roy Keane would get battered anyways, but you would do it to your own stadium. I think everyone should do it to the London Stadium though, because it's a shit stadium. And to be fair, I don't go in the toilets in the London Stadium. It's like in school. When I was in secondary school, I would never go for a piss because it was just fucking shit. The toilets were just genuinely a shithole. It looked like Ilford. So I'd hold it for 6 hours if I really needed to. Okay, no. Littler's falling behind, man. Falling behind just ever so slightly. You know what Luke Littler's like though. He won't be behind for long. Pause. Bro, another dart that's fallen to the floor for Smith. That is ridiculous. The amount of people fucking in the toilets year 10 was crazy. Jesus Christ, what was your school like? I didn't hear anybody. I didn't hear any rumors about people shagging in the toilets in my school. It was just shagging in the hallway instead, like under the stairs. I mean, my school was fucked up anyway. 10, 16, double 20. Smith has been on form since since the first break. I'm pretty sure that is 6 rounds in a row where he's won. And now Luke Littler's another dart for him that's fallen over. What is wrong with this board? A lot of sarcastic reactions. It was basically a brothel in the hallways, defo and innuendo. It's actually not, but I'm gonna claim it is for a double entendre, acting like I'm Kendrick. Or could be 180 here. That's when Luke Littler's straight locked in. That's the concentrated face that he always has when he's locked in. 180 from Littler. Everyone knows the phrase hot dog down the hallway, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Humphries won the back to back. The thing is with Luke Humphries, he is actually probably the best in the world right now. Him or Littler, anyway. You can debate it. I think it's probably still Humphries on his day. But my thing is, he's been quite frustrating. Like, because it's like when he's up, he's like, I can afford to lose a few. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did win the whole thing, like, because no one would, I don't think. Mike's, we need to talk about Klasrev. What about Klasrev, bro? I've only ever been on one stream with Klasrev ever. Lewis said that he deactivated his Instagram. Can we have a minute silence for Klasrev? Littler just hit a double 6-6 now. His first round he's won in about 6. A minute silence for Klasrev, you know. Free Klasrev. Free Klasrev. Unless he did something mad, then don't free him. When he's up. Or is, oh, fuck's sake. Is that a pause as well? Goat ref will be missed. I can't lie, that was the funniest stream when I was on that stream with him. Klasrev left the stream before the stream left him. Free Klasrev, man. When Klasrev comes back, it's going to be like when Young Diz touched the roads again. Could be a 180 here. That is a typical Luke Littler 180 right there. If you're watching this on Twitch as well, make sure to subscribe to the Twitch because all darts watch-alongs will. Pretty much most of the streams that are on YouTube will be on Twitch as well. Wait, so I don't even know. Oh, it could be it's another 180 from Luke Littler. He's on form again. He's back. This is going to be a good match because both players are now like hitting all the trebles and doubles that they need to. I don't even know. Oh, double 20. It's now 7-6 to Littler. He's straight back into the lead. As soon as he fell behind, you got 2 in a row. Not the best start, but not the worst start either. I don't even know how you find a guy like Klasrev, a character like him, to go on the stream. Could be a 180 here from Smith. Here's a 180. Oh, this is very, very, very close match. Luke Littler's locked in again. Luke Littler's locked in again. Another 180 from Luke Littler. I need to change the title on YouTube as well. Okay. He's been going on Lewis's stream since 2020. Well, fair play to him. I didn't even know he was an OG like that because I've only been really watching since like 2022, 23. Like that kind of format. Sure, I changed the title straight after the break. Oh, he's missed the double 20. Oh no, he hit the double 20. That angle just threw me off. It's now 8-6 to Littler. He's back in. He's locked in again. He's completely missed the trebles there. Just a 60, normal 60 there. Pardon me. Stay hydrated, people. To sum up Klasrev in one word would be unique. Oh, for sure. He's definitely unique. Definitely unique. I genuinely wouldn't know how to describe him other than that. I'll be real. Very erratic. Another 180 from Luke Littler. When he wants to, he's too on form. He's too on form. This guy's actually unreal. Where is Klasrev from, by the way? I've not like his accent. I don't know. I don't think I've heard that accent before. Spectrum panelist. What about? Joe, that reminds me. Speaking of the Spectrum, someone posted on Twitter about which like TV characters or movie characters would be related to each other from in another universe, and someone said the zebra from Madagascar and Donkey from Shrek. Those two were the most Spectrum characters in animated films ever. Those two were definitely on the Spectrum, especially Donkey from Shrek. That guy had severe autism. Nothing wrong with that, of course. Big up to autism. Big up autism every time. He says he's from Austria/Germany or Austria. I'm trying to think if I've heard an Austrian speak apart from Arnautovic. Donkey from Shrek is my spirit. And Joy, you remind me of Donkey from Shrek. Like just the character alone. Big up Mudrick. Hey, Mudrick looks like Donkey from Shrek. I didn't clock that until now. He does actually look like Donkey from Shrek. How have we already been going for 50 minutes? That's just flown by. Bruv. Fucking hell, man. It's just so random. I know, 9-6 from Littler. Fucking hell, man. I've not heard Hitler speak, personally. I don't know him personally. Can't lie. But it's now 9-6 into the third break. And Littler's back on form. After winning 6 in a row from Smith, Littler just won the last 3. He's like, fuck it, if you can do it, I can do it. No, I never haven't. I never have. His speeches are lit, man. You're wild. You're actually wild. Just rearranging the title, people. Okay, no, that's too much. Alright, fine, I'll change the title only when it's the final. I'll just change the title when the final's on. I don't agree with what he did in it. Man said someone said it in it, but not me in it. But I agree with that person. We making a Friday thing perm? Yeah, if you could do Friday 10 p.m. because obviously we probably should do a weekly show anyway. So yeah, Friday 10 p.m. unless something comes up, of course, because you never know with Fridays. But yeah, Friday 10 p.m. would be ideal. That's the only way I can really fit around everything. I don't agree with that person. What the fuck, Musty? What the actual fuck? Oh my days. Apparently, guys, I don't have this on. I don't know whether Neil's sources are the whether he has great sources or not, but apparently David Moyes is going to Leicester. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually does happen because he was linked with Leicester originally, and he wanted to take a break. It just wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, he is. Love the Chelsea-inspired paint on your walls. The thing is, the blue looks darker in here because of the lights, but it's actually light blue. So you can't even do all of that. The next home game is West Ham. Oh, I know. I know. Potter looks like he is in the run. He was in the run originally. Oh boy. I don't. The thing is, David Moyes with that Leicester team, I don't think he'd do well necessarily. Man City inspired. We'll go with that. With the fans clap him, I think he'd get a mixed reception. But I don't think Moyes would go to the fans to, do all of this. I think he'd just get on with it. Because the thing is, he was quite disrespectful towards the fans when he had the job. But people only look at it as the fans were disrespectful to him. When we lost the 5-1 to Newcastle, he blamed the fans for leaving. Like, what did he expect? But I wouldn't boo him personally. I wouldn't clap him either. Like, I do address him as a legend of the club because he won the trophy. He just needed to leave at the time that he did leave. The fans should have brought them a European trophy. Um, you're right in a sense, but he did also disrespect the fans before he won the European trophy and acted like he was the victim afterwards when he was the one that allowed the team to keep losing every week and getting battered. He also disrespected the identity of West Ham and its history and interviews as well. I don't think the fans did it's like when people ask me about this when the Declan Rice thing happened. Like Declan Rice didn't disrespect the club, but the reason why fans booed him was just to put him off and to create an atmosphere. If you ask any fan in real life about Declan Rice, literally no West Ham fan hates Declan Rice. I still like Declan Rice. I'm just not gonna cheer for an Arsenal player. What was the David Moyes chant? It was the "We got Super David Moyes." Um, it was just around the time where you lot were doing when you lot did the Tuchel one and what was it Super Mick Arteta for them, and then Patrick Vieira had that same chant for Palace at the time. That's when everyone was doing them chants. We had that chant for Moyes. 140 there from Smith. 140 there from Littler. Still 9-6. This is very tight, by the way. It's kind of tough to call. Yeah, fuck off, Melon. I mean, yeah, that I was chancing that chant like at the parade, Musty. Double. Oh, it wasn't a double 20 from Littler. It's kind of missed his chance to go 10-6 up there, unless Smith fucks up the 72. 5 there. 17. Oh, bullseye from Smith. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Now it's 9-7. It's a very good match. Very, very good match. Were you chancing it? Yeah, of course, because I knew that was going to be the last time that I was going to see Declan Rice. That was going to be the last time. Like, I remember, I actually had a very good view of the bus. It's actually on my YouTube channel. The whole parade, the whole Stratford parade, the whole part where everyone's at Stratford is on the YouTube channel. Like, I've got the full video on there. And yeah, I was, of course, I was trying to say, I knew that was going to be the last time Declan Rice was going to leave. The thing is, when he was always rumored to leave, like years before that, but I always said he's not going to leave this year. He won't leave this year, and he won't leave this year. He's going to leave in 2023 because he has 1 year left, and we're still in the Conference League. He will just end it there, and because we obviously did the whole 150 million price tag thing just to get the maximum, because we didn't actually think it was going to get 150 million, but we knew we was going to get the certified maximum. Why do I want to play Modern Warfare 2019? I don't know, bro. You did a FIFA 15 career mode. Could be 180. He's not going to go for the 180. He's going to go for the treble 17 instead, Smith. But Luke Littler has a chance to... Oh. Double 14. 10-7 to Luke Littler. Could be... Well, is it going to be a typical 180? No, it's not. Oh, my God. Made a modern Frank Lampard career mode? Or you just made yourself really fat? That's only 100 there from Littler. Doesn't matter, though. Still enough. Kind of. In a sense. But it seems like Moyes has been heavily linked towards the Leicester job. 140 there from Smith. $250 kg, slapping it top pins from 40 yards. Fun as fuck. There's always that one fat kid in school that was so good at football. So 140 there from Smith. Treble. Oh! Oh, the bullseye was there. So close. Probably going to be 10-8 now, but he had a chance to make it 11-7 with the bullseye shot. Double 18, double 9 now from Smith. Oh, he's missed a double 9. He's missed a double 9. Now Littler can make it 11-7. 5. Double 10. Last chance to go double 10. He's missed a double 10. Back to Smith. He's got 3 shots to hit the double 9. He's going to hit it. Oh, one's fallen on the floor again. He missed the second one. He's going to hit the third one. Yeah, he hit the third one. 10-8. Very frustrated with himself. 99 dribbling, 12 pace on it, honestly. I don't know what it was. They just had the technical ability to just take a touch and just pass and dictate midfields. But obviously, when it was off the ball, they're just walking. They're like, I ain't running for... I ain't running for anyone else. Not the best start from Smith. Treble 19 there. Loves the treble 19. Loves the treble 19. It seems to be one of his go-tos. When he feels like it isn't possible to get the treble 20 because the other dart just deflects away. Straight for the trebles. Treble 19. 2 treble 19s. Littler has actually been better when Smith has thrown first throughout this match. Seems to still be somewhat comfortable ahead of him, though, by winning by 2 games. Bullseye. I couldn't even see that. The camera angle wasn't even showing it properly. Big up to Charlie in the chat, bro. I hope you're doing well. Charlie, just saw rumours of Moyes to Leicester. Treble 20. We got up at 1 a.m. to watch the football. I'm knackered. Oh my days. Oh wow. I don't even. Was that worth watching in the end? I know, like Southampton Liverpool was actually a decent game in the end. Ipswich Man United was just okay. Littler could make it 11-8. 140 there from Smith. Double 6. Double 3. Oh, he missed a double 3. He will do well there for a year. People will say we were crazy for sacking him. Yeah. Do you know what it is as well? He will only get Leicester to. Oh, they'll finish above us. So, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. That's the thing as well. I don't think Moyes will get them like European football or anything. Like, I don't think he could do that again with another team. But what's it called? He'll get them like mid-table or something, and then people will be like, "Well, you should be there as well." And then we'll get all the talksport nonsense on us. Double 20, 10-9. And you're right, Shibble. Smith isn't giving up at all. And to be honest with you, bro, ever since the first break, this has been a close match. Like both of them have just been on form, really. To be fair, maybe Littler hasn't been the best when he's thrown first, but there's been waves of one person outdoing the other pause. All right, treble 20. What's it called? 100 there. Two treble 19s. It's on 93 there. That's decent, to be fair. He's kept a good distance on Smith. We're now in, people. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already, because we're going to be going on for another couple hours. This has been a great match so far. Double 18. It's now 11-9 to Luke Littler. We're into the break, people. Oh, and we're not even into the break. Luke wins that because it's best of 21. I just forgot. You're right. But big up to everyone. Luke is now into the final. And then we've got Dirk versus Humphries next to see who faces Littler next, because that match was very entertaining. We're probably going to be here for another hour and a half. Next semi-final and the final, but Luke Littler's into the final, people. Shock. But to be honest with you, it wasn't easy. Smith gave him a very good game. Ever since the first break, Smith won 6 games in a row. And then it went to 9-6 to Littler. Then it was just tough to call from there. But Littler had him at a good distance. He was actually better when Smith was throwing first. Littler versus Humphries is going to be a belter. Always, isn't it? It's going to be a Luke versus Luke final. Luke will win. We play Leicester in 2 weeks too. He'll show up. He'll show up and beat us. That's why I was literally saying this earlier, Charlie, to Neil. I was like, this is exactly what's going to happen. It's typical, isn't it? Because they were going to beat us anyway. Let's be honest. But it's just more ironic that it's by David Moyes doing it. Humphrey match starts at 20 past. Around that, probably. Probably something like that. Shout out to 13 people in here. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Try to hit 1,000 as soon as possible, people. And we've got streams every day until next Saturday. So, well, until next Sunday, sorry. We've got streams every day. We're working hard, people. We've got show of Alfie and the match reaction to Newcastle West Ham tomorrow. We've got Arsenal versus Sporting Watchalong, Liverpool versus Real Madrid Watchalong. We've got the West Ham Arsenal preview. Then we've got the podcast with Melon on Friday. And then Saturday, we've got West Ham Arsenal match reaction. If he does get the Leicester job, I hope he gets a good reception from our fans. I think he'll get a mixed reception. I was discussing this earlier. To be honest, I don't really care what kind of I don't actually mind him, to be honest, now that he's not here anymore. I don't really give a fuck what kind of reception he gets. Only because it's not like both sides have been respectful. Let's be honest. Like, there's a lot of the fan base that have probably taken it too far when it comes to the disrespect towards boys. But there's a lot of. It wasn't like he wasn't sending jabs either before he left. Even in the season where he won the Conference League, he was still sending jabs in the interviews. But stuff doesn't go unnoticed on this channel for sure. It was just such a toxic. It's always the toxic time in the West Ham fan base, whenever it's a debate. But we haven't capitalized on what we did. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Now he's gone. I'll be happy to see him do well. He's our greatest ever manager, which is madness. Yeah, especially in our lifetime. In our lifetime, for sure, as well. Like, and to be honest, it's not fucking hard, is it? But even before the trophy, he was the greatest manager in my lifetime anyway, because he literally got Europe 2 seasons in a row before. Well, you got Europa League before that. Even before the Conference League, he would have got Europe 2 seasons in a row. So he would have been the best manager anyway. Big up to the Villa fans. Steve Cooper sacked again. Lopetegui next. You'd like to think so. But I don't even think the Newcastle game would be enough. But if they do exactly what Leicester do, where you had the whole international break to sack someone, and then you wait until you lose the first game of the international break, a fixture that you usually lose anyway, and then you sack him, it's kind of stupid. I think it only really happens against Newcastle if we lose by like more than 4 goals. I think unless we get battered like 5-0 or something, I think he's still going to keep his job, which is kind of stupid in a way. But it proves that Leicester City are more serious than us, and they had no expectation for the season. In the 6 months we had Lingard under him, it's the best football I've seen us play. Scintillating. Facts. Do you know what, Charlie, as well? Even in the games where we used to sit back in that season, well, we sat back every game, really. We didn't really press. But when we used to counter, Charlie, I just liked just the fact that we were moving the ball quick. Because we used to move the ball side to side, and we used to get the ball down the byline and just spam cross it in. And yes, not all of those crosses would go in, but all of the crosses we would put in would be dangerous, whether it's Bowen, Fornals, Benrahma, Cresswell, or Sufel. Or just putting crosses in the box. We should just flood the box and score. They might sack him though, but he's not the only manager under pressure. I see Dyche sacked if they lose next week because their new owner should be in by then. Yeah. Everton fans are just sick of Dyche as well. Like, I don't actually blame them. I can't lie. I don't think a lot of people will call Everton fans entitled, but this is the same guy that put Iliman and Ndiaye on the left wing and McNeil in a 10 and said Iliman and Ndiaye is not a number 10. He's in the same mold as the Moises, like very restricted. There's managers out there that can actually get more out of their Everton squad. I'm not saying it's the greatest, like fullbacks especially, they lack a striker, but yeah, long day. Sack lobby. We used to score so many goals. We did score a lot of goals. We scored a lot of goals. We just had a great way of playing, but it was Moyes himself that wanted to change the style of play. Sack Lopetegui after Arsenal. Don't want a new manager's first game being a spanking from them lot. I hear you. People would argue that we'd have a new manager bounce and all that. I think we'd lose regardless to Arsenal. It would be funny It would be funny, yeah. We come up against Moyes' Leicester, and it would be against the next manager rather than Lopetegui. Moyes wouldn't even have a chance to come up against Lopetegui. The thing is, we're going to lose against Newcastle and Arsenal. I don't think anybody's disputing that. That's just actually so bad. No, literal no upgrade to Benitez or Lampard. Ancelotti leaving them really killed the team's morale during lockdown. They were so good. And Ancelotti was making Calvert-Lewin look way better than he actually was as well. Like, he was telling Calvert-Lewin to watch tapes of Inzaghi, just two-touch finishes and stuff like that. That's what he was saying in interviews. At times, Ancelotti was playing like 6 defenders on the same pitch, but it worked. It got them organised. Richarlison was really good under Ancelotti in that lockdown season. Lampard got the feel-good factor for like 6 months until, he actually had a full season. Benitez was fucking awful. And Dyche got them out of relegation like he needed to, but any sane person, in my opinion, would get a manager that could actually just coach like for a modern day team. The Calvert-Lewin downfall needs to be studied, though that guy was linked with everyone once upon a time. The thing is, it was just, to be honest with you, outside of Ancelotti, the guy was never that good. Now, he was a bit of a nuisance at times, but Ancelotti just got the best out of what he had. It just made him look way better than he actually was. And what I find funny, Villa fan, is that he actually only handed in a transfer request this summer when his stock was at an all-time low, and nobody wanted him. So he's still here. Now, Everton fans are demanding Beto to start over him, which is saying a lot. We're about to get into Dirk versus Humphries, people. Smash the likes if you haven't already. Him and Richarlison were the best duo that season, probably because they both were always involved in their own goals. That's true. Their partnership, they just knew where each other was on the pitch all the time. And to be honest with you, most of the time, those were the only 2 attackers on the pitch. Like, Rodriguez might be just behind him on the pitch at times. But those were the only 2 attackers on the pitch in that Everton side for most of the lineups they had. I always thought Moyes would wait for the Everton job. Maybe he just thinks that Sean Dyche ain't getting sacked anytime soon. Beto is good, but his treatment is really sad. He cried after he scored last week. I don't blame him, and he didn't shake hands with Dyche. Tells you enough. Yeah, to be honest with you, Beto probably deserves more of a chance than he's actually getting, because as much as people can say he doesn't actually look that good, he hasn't really been given a chance. I say this about West Ham strikers all the time, but West Ham players. To be fair to Beto, he had his first season to settle in. Now he just needs to be given a chance. I'd take Beto. I wouldn't take him at West Ham. I haven't seen enough for me to say that. But I think he was. Do you know what, Charlie? I actually said this when he joined. When he joined Everton initially, he's a Moyes striker. He's actually the perfect David Moyes striker. Like, the guy who likes to actually fight, run down the channels, but just a little bit more technical. Like, a little bit more. Maybe not the greatest finisher, but just he's a decent dribbler for a striker. We play at 7 a.m. for me tomorrow. I'm actually annoyed that I can't afford the game. Honestly, is there any way you could just sleep for a little bit longer? Because I wouldn't suggest getting up. To be fair to Everton, they're linked with a few good managers like Sarri boys, and I think I've heard Van Nistelrooy's name too. If we had a brain, we would be getting Sarri. He's a better version of Antonio. Yeah, to be honest, he is. He actually is. Like, he gets into the same space as Antonio does on the pitch. I have a 2-year-old. No, okay, understandable. Yeah, yeah. Fair enough. You ain't getting to sleep. You ain't getting sleep. I forgot you had children. Unlucky, bro. Maybe just put on, like, what's it called, like Cocoa Melon, like for your kid or something, or like just put on, like, I don't know whether Australia have In the Night Garden. I don't even know if In the Night Garden is still on. Like, back when I was a kid, just put on like some kid show. You don't even need to watch us. Bro, if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I probably wouldn't be watching tomorrow. Not gonna lie. Wait, that's harsh actually. He's Antonio from 5 years ago. He is, yeah. A Moyes return could be cool. He did pretty all right with them before he went to United, but that was 12 years ago, though. Like, I do think he. The thing is, Everton fans would like him just for the sentiment value. I don't know whether he'd be as good as he used to be, but he might just get the crowd back on side. I think it's exactly what Everton need, almost, in a sense. This Dirk guy's got a lot of energy. Nicknamed the Titan. Humphries or Dirk. Who's going to join Littler in the final? Probably Humphries, but you never know because sometimes Humphries has one of them games. Like he literally got knocked out of the group stage in the previous tournament. Any team he goes to, he will stay up. Yeah, to be fair, in terms of relegation battle, he'll probably like exceed in that aspect. I don't think he's capable of getting a team into Europe anymore. Like to challenge the Big Six. I don't think he's capable of doing that anymore. However, I do think if you want to survive as a decent manager to get, although I do think though, like sacking Steve Cooper for Moyes, like he'll get you more organized defensively, but unless he can bring back that counter-attacking sort of elements that he had at West Ham, I don't think he does as good with Leicester as people think. Because Leicester's players, like Leicester's attackers, are better in possession rather than on transition and on the counter. When he done it for us, a lot of clubs were mudded. True, he'd be good for improving players and coaching, but he won't be like getting them European places, etc. He'd most likely just be mid-table battle time managers if he goes. Probably. That crackhead is awful. Yeah, Steve Cooper's horrible, man. It's funny. Steve Cooper used to be a possession-based manager, went to the Premier League with Forest, became the most defensive manager possible, and Forest saw that early and was like, "No, we're sacking you." Vardy won't get any game time. That's the thing. Like Vardy wouldn't be able to. I don't think Vardy could even counter anymore. He couldn't even run it behind in the Premier League anymore. Beto would be solid under Moyes. Beto would be perfect for Moyes. The thing is, knowing Moyes though, he'd play Calvert-Lewin because he tried to sign him for so long. Like we were linked with Calvert-Lewin pretty much every year Moyes was here. And Joe, it is. I think Moyes would do well from this end of this part of the season to the end of the season. But when he gets his own players, I think whatever team he's at actually gets worse. I don't think he has the best talent idea. And also, you got to understand, he doesn't like directors of football. He likes taking over. He likes to be in charge of the transfers. And he likes a small squad as well. 140 there from Humphries. Started very well. I wonder if that Leicester party they had last night showing the We Miss Enzo banners had anything to do with Cooper or maybe just results. I don't think it was the banners. I think it was the just overall performance. Not gonna lie. Yeah, he's an old school manager, not a head coach, exactly. Humphries missed a chance there to seal it. Do you know what? Do you know I think it was Villa fan? You know when um Leicester were on the ball, no one was running forward because they had three centre mids. They had Winks and then Skip came on, Samare and then Didi. There was no midfield making forward runs. So what the attackers were kind of just meant to be vibing just there. 8 from Humphries, 1-0. So I think it was generally because the team looked so lifeless, and he never had the dressing room. Like he never had the dressing room. No one got behind his ideas because he didn't have an idea. Put it this way as well, we're probably going to do a video on it when Moyes goes to Leicester. I say when. It's not even confirmed, but even Neil said it to me. Not a 180 there from Humphries. But that is also what's going to cost like Moyes as well, is like not being a head coach nowadays. 180 there from Dirk. That's the first 180 of the match so far. Oi, forget all of that. Don't forget the 4-1 slapper we gave Fulham. Let's all low at City being trash. Deck, I can't believe you. You guys actually won 2 games in a row. It's actually crazy. Big up to yourself as always, bro. Oh, 3 treble 19s from Humphries there. But double 20 there for Dirk. Double 10 now. Oh, he's missed the double 10. He could hit the. Oh, he's missed it. He missed the double 10. 62 for Humphries. Double 10. Double 5. He's missed the double 5 as well. One senior player who was. Missed the double 10. Double 5. Oh, he's hit the double 5. Something Humphries couldn't do. It's 1-1. One senior player who was in start 11 versus Chelsea is believed to have let it be known to the owners that the manager's tactics were a fucking disgrace. The senior executive spoke to the player. What's it called? Musty, what source is that? Mate, what's worse is I think we can legit push on the Wolves on about this. It is torture being a fan, not going to lie. We look at a different team now. I think you guys have got to give it a little bit more time before you can say you've turned like a corner, but to win 4-1 against Fulham at their ground is very impressive. What Deck, what you guys need to do is just stick to the back three, because that's what you guys built on from last season. I don't put it this way, Deck, I don't think Gary O'Neill is still a good enough manager for the Premier League in general to like put Wolves any higher than 13th or whatever. But the fact that you guys are just, I guess, for now trying to avoid relegation because O'Neill got you there in the first place, that's fine. Yeah, confidence. Yeah, you did say that, to be fair. Because you guys have a better squad than a team that is in the bottom three, despite the fact that it's been underinvested this summer. But we sold Cody and Max to you. Fossil Hub. Okay, I don't know if they are. What's it called? If that's a reliable source or not, but I wouldn't be surprised because they never had the dressing room, Musty. Cooper never had the dressing room. Feyenoord will get moved to. Feyenoord. What's going on with Feyenoord? Yeah, I agree. Moyes is actually good at buying players and improving them. You could argue that his Paul is buying Paquetá, Kudus, Skamak and Alvarez pre and say when he had no Europe then. We had Europe buying all of these players. Villa fan. We was in the Europa League when we bought Kudus and Alvarez. And to be fair, bro, Alvarez is fucking shit. As much as I wanted to like Alvarez, he's too much of a bozo when it comes to like being isolated and stuff. When we bought Skamaka, we was in the Conference League and Paquetá. And to be fair, it's not really Moyes' pool, is it? Like necessarily. I'll Feyenoord play City this week. Oh right, okay. Well, Feyenoord probably have a chance of fucking winning. I'll be real. And they brought in managers to fit Mendes, not to be. Yeah, my first swear word. Sorry, but yeah, we tried to fit Mendes' selling system, and they brought in managers to fit Mendes, not to be better for the team post Nuno. Yeah, that's true. You've been saying this about Mendes since the summer, because I've seen you in the chat since the summer, since we bought Kilman, and yeah, you've been saying the same things for a very long time. Oh, did you have Europe? I thought that was the season you didn't. Nah, no, this is the first season we haven't had Europe. Since fans came back from lockdown. Have you seen them? Have you seen them? The Leicester players went on a night out yesterday in Copenhagen. In Copenhagen. They went on a night out. Fair. Man said I need a break. I think all like my bad, but still good pool. Yeah, it's still very good pool. The thing is though, he doesn't know how to use these players. I think when he actually gets his own transfer window, he actually gets worse with teams. I just think he's good at getting the best out of what he has. Because you guys got to remember, even in the first full season under Moyes, it was in lockdown. We barely bought anyone. Missed the chance of balls out there from Dirk to go 3-1 up. Humphries needs to pull this one back. Double 16. Oh, that was his chance to make it 2-2. But we barely bought anyone, and he still got the best out of what we had in that. Firstly, like just having four, that was Ben Rama, Lingard and Bowen. Like Lingard in January. Double 8 from Dirk to make it 3-1 to get the best out of what he had. When he actually got his own players, we got worse. Like the squad got better and his tactics were just became worse and worse because he tried to change the style of play. He tried to change the typical Moyes counter-attacking style of play to a possession-based style of play that he couldn't coach. That's why we were where we were in the first place, and it was going downward spiral from there. 180 from Dirk. Yeah, he's no good when he has high expectations. Exactly. He's good at like being the underdog, but when you actually have an expectation for you to carry on, he doesn't know how to do that. Everton's current sport director is quite average, and wasted talents like Anana, Ali, Gomez, Gabamin, Gay, Mopai, etc. were all poor. True. Will be mad also if Liverpool smash City next week. The season over pre-Xmas. Yeah, it would be. It would be mad. We also can't forget Stuyden also was behind that also. Yeah, Stuyden was came in last summer. To be fair to Stuyden hasn't actually had any control over transfers until this summer because he got the deals done last season, but in terms of identifying the players, like Kudus and Alvarez was identified before he joined. It was identified by Mark Noble because Noble went to go to watch Alvarez and also got identified Kudus, so we went to Ajax for both of them. Mavropanos was the only one that Stuyden identified because Moyes wanted Maguire. We didn't get Maguire. And Ward-Prowse was Moyes'. Double 16 there from Humphries, 3-2. You lot should get Ranić. He's a good coach, you know. I'd take Ranić. I think he'd get the best out of our squad with the way he plays. He's the best steady the ship manager, precisely. I wouldn't be surprised to see he get a result versus Liverpool. I would be. Right now with no midfield. I would be. Father Gegenpress. I'd like that kind of football at West Ham. Like, not because we have to play that style of football, but because of the players we have, it's actually quite suited to that. This team likes to press. It's just never been instructed to press. I forgot, by the way, Villa fan, that Gabamin was a human. I completely forgot about Gabamin. Talking about good coaches, man, you look better today. How long that going to last though? Probably not that long because you're already kind of seeing the players that are going to not play well under Amorim, which we all said, by the way. Eriksen, Højlund, Rashford, Garnacho. Bruno Fernandes was better in the second half, but I don't think he'll last there. Dalot could do well at right wing back. Even Amad Diallo was playing out of position and he showed up all the other players on the pitch, really. Talking about, Maguire would have been good for a Moyes system, you know. I think Maguire would have been good for 2021, David. The 2021 West Ham team, not last season. We're going to get Terzic, from what I've read. We started making calls for Lobby inevitable sacking. Yeah, I've been calling this for the past month, Charlie. Like, think about it. When have we ever had an interim manager? Like, as soon as Lopetegui goes, you're going to see West Ham advance in talks with Terzic, and Terzic will be the next appointment, whatever. And nothing's going to change. Well, not nothing, but like, we're just going to look distinctly average. It's not the manager we need to like kick back on and get into Europe, etc. People buy into the PR about the manager that got Dortmund into the Champions League final. I will be getting some people on. I've got an idea who I want to get onto the channel to talk about in detail about Edin Terzic. So I'm gonna try and make that show happen because it's gonna happen eventually. So we'll see. Moyes fell apart when Pearce left. I don't think that was the reason, but it was a shame when Stuart Pearce left. That was the kind of character that everyone loved. Moyes fell apart when he wanted to change the style of play. Like, even Antonio said this on the podcast he had with Callum Wilson. In 2021, the 21-22 season, even though we only signed Areola, Zuma, Vlasic, and Krau, he wanted to change the possession-based style of football. And he kept persisting to do that, even though we kept playing on the counter anyway. So they carried that on into the window where we signed Skamaka, Paquetá, that whole window. We signed that specifically for possession-based football. Even Tino Kehrer said it in interviews and stuff. That's why he was talking about the project when he first signed for West Ham. He said it's the most interesting project. Rob Newman identified all these players for Moyes to sign, and Moyes brought Mark Warburton in to coach this team style of play to make it a three-at-the-back possession-based style of play, etc. But when Mark Warburton was giving him ideas about possession-based style of play, Moyes was like, no, we got to worry about the defence and stuff like that. That's why we look like a complete mess. And even Antonio said himself on Filthy Fellas that we lost our identity. He should have just carried on with the counter-attacking style of play. We didn't actually need to buy the packet task, really. We needed to buy another a bulldozer to help Antonio up front. Yes, we needed a better number 10. I don't know whether Paquetá would have been the right one for that, but then again, he actually didn't do that bad playing on the counter. Everton should have never sacked Silva. If I was an Everton fan, I'd be fuming about how good he got Fulham going. One point, they were in the Championship, struggling under Parker. That's true. That's true. But I think a lot of Everton fans would say about how bad the Marco Silva football was at the time. Then again, you could blame the board. But also, Marco Silva's just improved as a manager as well. Like, because he was actually decent at Watford as well before he moved to Everton. I'm pretty sure it was Watford. I've got a legit question for you. A legit question to you for once. And the room, though. What team wouldn't take Cunha off us for at the moment for 80 million? That man's back must be shagged carrying us. Cunha's been amazing. I think that at 80 million, maybe. I think maybe six. Honestly, I think maybe 60, bro. I think maybe 60 million would be fair. I'm not sure about 80. Maybe I think that's a little bit over excessive. I take obviously I'd take Cunha at West Ham. That's not even a debate. I think a lot of teams would take Cunha. I think he would suit Man United perfectly. That Amorim system, as you said about Man United, like I think Cunha would suit Man United probably the most, just with the way they play. I think Liverpool should go after Cunha as well. I think it should be a bidding war, really. I do think you guys need to invest that money well, though, because after losing Neto and then losing Cunha, you guys need to really scout properly with that attack. That man just rises to the occasion all the time. I like the way, when I watched the game against West Brom in the FA Cup last season, I love the way he embraced that fixture. Because even though he's Brazilian, he embraced that like he was born in the Midlands, bro. Oh, bullseye from Luke Humphries. 15. Double 20. Oh, so close to making it 4-2. That true deep line attacker. No, Declan Rice, this guy can soar. Yeah. Double 20 from Dirk. 4-2 to Dirk. His link-up play is probably his best attribute as well. Because he's not even like a 9-9. He's like a 9.5/10, really. But even if you play him up front, it's almost like he can bring the wingers into the game. It's very close there. From Humphries needs to fix up. Not his best game at this current moment in time. I'd say David Platt. Yeah, obviously I didn't get to watch David Platt, but I hear you. I got 10 PL Player of the Match awards. I didn't win Player of the Year. But in your career mode, game's rigged, bro. Literally a sweeper who goes to attack. Yep. I'm trying to think of a modern day player like that I like. Like, for example, like someone like Cunha is what Man United fans thought Xerxes was going to be. And it is Xerxes' first season. But I don't think Xerxes was ever ready. $18. Another 18. And a 20. Could do well as a 64 here. Double 8. Second chance to go double 8 again. He's missed two. Humphries has been so off form with his aim. People didn't rate Silva because he managed Watford and made the relegation fodder. That's why. Now he is a bum. They expect way too much. I hear you. I'm only saying it because it's his first season. I'm saying it's what Xerxes was meant to be because of his profile, like that deep line attacker that brings wingers into play. But Xerxes not mobile enough. 5-2 to Dirk, by the way. Humphries is getting battered. Low key. People didn't rate Silva because he managed Watford and made them relegation fun, and that's why. I think people look at the reputation of Watford managers and just think they're all shit, when that wasn't true. Fans forget most that some of the most successful managers start off small. Looking at Brighton manager, for example, he's solid, doing very well for a 32-year-old as well, or 33, or however old he is. He's all I know is that he's younger than James Milner and Danny Welbeck. Pardon me. Yes, Villa, Brighton are example. Everything top to bottom. I agree. I agree. And the thing is, Brighton spent money this year as well because they can spend pretty much as much as they want these coming seasons because of how good they sell. Like they've really run that club well. They can now 180 from Dirk. Um, they'll be getting Europe consistently in a few years' time. Like just because like they can spend as much as they want now because they never used to spend. They used to sign players in advance. They actually spent one of the most high spending clubs in the summer, and they recruited really well. They got that Kadioglu guy. They got Matt O'Reilly, uh, the Wifer guy from Feyenoord. They already had Carlos Baliba, who was just settling in as the Caicedo replacement sort of thing. He's had a great season so far. Double 16 from Dirk, 6-2. I appreciate that. About the moment we're in a bit of a bump, but at least we equalised last night, which shows we still have something. But I think we'll be fine. You guys will be fine. You guys are just going through a little patch. I think you'll do well in it. You'll do somewhat well in the Champions League, and you'll get Europe this season. And I still think just getting any form of Europe is still good for an Aston Villa team at this current moment in time. I think you guys obviously hit the highs in the Champions League, but even if you got Europa League this year, like even if, I know the Conference League, like people can look down on the Conference League, but Europe is Europe, man. I don't think people could be looking down upon that if you're outside the Big Six. I predicted you guys to finish fourth again, but that's because I thought you guys would go out the Champions League quite early and then focus on the league. You need the weird thing now of signing some good 180 from Humphries, signing some good Championship English players to cover international duties. I think January window is what we need, mate. Probably explains to why we are already linked with players. Yeah, probably. I think you guys are gonna be quite active. At least you should be. Dirk is absolutely smacking up Humphries right now. Could have been a bullseye there. Treble 20. Double 18. Missed out a double 18. He keeps missing the doubles with the last dart, Humphries. You are in no way a bad team or squad. Gaffer aboard at the moment. Slow process. I can't lie. It's still quite exciting to be a Villa fan despite the bump on the road at this current moment in time. Just with the Gaffer. Like, you still got a decent squad despite the fact you do need improvements for sure. Missed out on a double four again. Humphries is really faltering. Really, really faltering. This is not the best of Humphries. Luckily for Humphries, he just needs to get a double four to secure it to make 6-3, but Dirk has missed a chance to hit the bullseye there. Double four from Humphries. He finally hits it now, 6-3. Can now Humphries go on a bit of a streak to make it maybe 6-6? Is he fully locked in? Oh, Dirk is on form right now. Another 180 from Dirk. Well, Mike, homework check, early days, David Platt, and then watch Cunha, trust me, blood. Alright, I will do. I will do. Because I've already seen a couple of old games. Don't remember how he performed. Obviously just Premier League years. I always used to think David Platt used to look like Lee Dixon. I always thought they were related. Lost at Sea brothers. Is that 140? So 180 there from Humphries. Yeah, he was a pretty boy we would get stuck in. Lost at Sea, yeah. Yes. You heard that right. Lost at sea, brothers, bruv. Man said I love football. I fucking hate football. As you can see. At least right now I hate it. Missed out on a double 20 chance twice by Dirk. I bloody hope so, mate. If we can sell at least 2 players in Jan, I'd be happy because we need defenders badly and worry about PSR. That is all. I hear that, bro. I hear that. I just think as well, you're just better coached than anyone else in the not anyone else, but most other teams in the league. Double five, missed on a double five. Dirk to go 7-3 up. Humphries has a chance. Now a double 20, double 10, 6-4. He's pulled it back, and now he's throwing as well. Well, he's going to be thrown after the break anyway. But yeah, 6-4, man. 6-4. Like Humphries is still in there. He's still in there, but Dirk is still at a good distance. Just missed out on a couple doubles at the end there. But big up to everyone that's in here. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new. Trying to hit 1K as soon as possible. We've got streams every day until next Sunday, people. Just checking the news, people. Why are the Sugar Babes trending? Oh, they performed, right? Hey, he came in for Geddes. What? Villa coming in for Geddes. That's an interesting one. I'm just looking at this Moyes to Leicester thing, not gonna lie. Expression Star Brum Evening Mel said nothing. Oh yeah, I know Expression Star, like I've seen a couple of their things before. That's why our market in the summer was so shit. We literally bought nobody we wanted. They were PSR signings, kind of funny though. That's the thing, I didn't even think you guys had a bad window either. I always find people online so funny with these Twitter accounts. The way they have like pictures of other people that are not them. And they're like mad random pictures as well. I just find that concept interesting of making an account that's not got your face in it. Like, and it's not a meme. Like you're putting all your opinions out there behind someone else's face. Oh yeah, I know the two Juve lads were part of PSR. Barkley and Philogene were cheap options for other PSR limits for the wages. Yeah, Matson, no. Yeah, Matson was as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. And yeah, I forgot you guys did the whole Amari Kellyman thing and the Tim Iraburnham thing. Trying to stop spending money on football with that free flow money ain't what interests me. How Villa money getting in. I think the Chinese stopped spending money after lockdown. That's why you hear nothing from the Chinese league. Back underway, people. See if Humphries can capitalize on a 6-6. We needed a counter in the chat for this, not gonna lie. Decent. No one's really got to the best of starts since coming back from the break so far. Definitely not as good of a match as Littler versus Smith so far. At least my room has cooled down a bit. Waking up to the wind today, I thought my house was gonna fucking blow away, bruv. Matson was a Kellyman swap, and Anna was a Tim swap, along with Dobbin, who we need to sell. Yeah, a lot of that PSR stuff was going on with many teams, especially with Newcastle as well. That whole Elliot Anderson thing with that Vladomics or whatever the fuck his name is. 140 there from, I was about to say Littler, Humphries. It's two people called Luke, bruv. Just get an original name. We got to do that FM safe. You know what? Yeah, we actually do. We actually do. I'll try and figure out something soon, bro. Because there's a lot of. Yeah, if you're still interested to play. Yeah, of course. I'll be interested to play. I'm just. Life's being life right now. So once I figure shit out, we'll definitely start doing that. I can't do nothing this week because bare streaming and bare life stuff going on. Double 16. 6-5. Humphries has made this a game again. He's made this a game again. He's made this close. I'm busy lately. I've got a computer assessment day tomorrow. Fair enough. I'm pretty much busy all week. With streaming and life. I had a fucking terrible week last week, so just kind of just bouncing back now. I just got to lock in with other stuff going on that I can't really get into on here. 140 there from Humphries. $180 there from Dirk. Shout out to everybody supporting, man. Well, it could be another 180. Okay, never mind. Gained a few subs off the stream, so shout out to everyone. 622 right now. Wait, let me check the likes. Double 8 from Dirk. 7-5. We're on 12 likes, people. So if we can get this to 15, if you're not like the video, make sure to like the video. Get this to 15, that would be brilliant. That would be brilliant, people. Definitely going to do more darts live streams as well. We've got the World Tournament coming up. The draws tomorrow. They'll be starting on December the 15th, which is in a few weeks. Oi Villa Gary was my second cousin, by the way, related by my aunt and RIP top player and top man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Treble 19. Humphries has got this one, to be fair, but he needs to win 2 in a row. Because at this moment, if you're Dirk right now, you're still comfortable with being two ahead once you need four left. 140 there as well. He's getting good totals overall. Man won the European Cup and he had to end up selling beer as a rep. Money weren't in it those days, mate. Of course. Of course. They did it for the love and the pride, and yes, rest in peace. Yeah, of course, like footballers back in the day, like that's why you see so many footballers that played like 60 years ago still doing like TV stuff and now. Because they're generally still doing TV stuff to make ends meet and stuff like that. They're doing events and stuff. A lot of West Ham ex players that played in that era doing like a lot of events. Obviously now, if you play, you can just retire. Like there's 18-year-olds playing now that could probably retire if they just retired and just do what they want after that if they actually invested properly. Set himself up decent there. If Luke Humphries misses the total, missed the first double 20. Second night he's here though. Doesn't really miss those often. 7-6. Luke Humphries still keeping afloat. Exactly, that's disgusting. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with the overinflation of money that is in the game now. And that's why a lot of youngsters don't make it. 180 from Dirk. I might do a Leicester save, to be fair. Not a bad shout. To be fair, you actually do quite well with that squad as well. Well said, Mikey. It's just the truth, isn't it? Like I think it's what's it called? Like I'm not saying that this is like a good thing or anything, but you know when like a footballer has to retire earlier, like 21 or something, because of a terrible injury or terrible condition, um, but they've been playing in the Premier League for a little bit, even for a couple of years. If they invested properly and maybe did like went into coaching after that or punditry after that, they could pretty much retire their family. Like, because you're making more money than most of the regulars making, like most of the regular 9 to 5 people making like 15 years. Like, I don't know how Enoch Mwepu, the guy who retired from Brighton, he had that heart condition. I don't know how he's doing now, but I think he's doing. I think he's probably into coaching now. I think Brighton were going to offer him a coaching role, and I think he would still have a decent bit of money from it. Double 10 here from Luke. He's got a really good chance to make it 7-7. Double 5. 7-7. Luke Humphries has finally recovered. Okay, example, I turned down a used part Ronnie Saunders in 1986 on a two trainee course. That was £25 for the first year, £35 for the second. I could stayed up cleaning boots, but I would have cleaned boots at 20k a week. In 2 years, my life would have been sorted. Facts. 140 there from Dirk. 100 there from Humphries, keeping up. We're going to be uploading a lot, people, during this. Oh, bullseye there from Luke Humphries. We'll be uploading a lot and streaming a lot during this Christmas period. I might miss one day now and then, people, but um, for the most part, the scheduling is going to be busy. So we're going to be working hard. Working hard. Pretty much most evenings you'll see me. You'll see this channel be streaming. And if we don't get to 700, it's calm, but we will get to 1,000 next year with the thing we have. It's now 8-7 to Luke Humphries, people. What a comeback. I'm pretty sure he's won the last 3 or 4 games to even be back in the lead, but they take that back into the last break, and it's pretty much the first of now 11 games. But we've got the darts coming up, people. We've got the football, obviously the big football schedule as well. We'll have as many watch-alongs as we possibly can. And yeah. Try and get some collabs along the way. Try to get some people in a channel. We've got shows upon shows upon shows. Do the math how the game has got out of control in such a short space of time, especially with the commercialization, bro. So obviously it's just got bigger and bigger. There's a lot more sponsors. There's obviously media work as well. There's the social media, the combination of social media and the Premier League's rise as well. It just allows you to go into more fields like pretty much like footballers are making influencer money on the side, doing brand deals for fucking social media, bro. Like it's gonna come to a point where football's gonna be their side hustle. You got footballers doing YouTube channels. Nearly going on for 2 hours. People are probably going to be here for another hour and a half, maybe. Smash the likes, people, if you haven't already. Try to get to 15 by the end of it. Just checking. We're still on 12 likes. Try to get to 15 by the end of the stream. I took a trade mate was more reliable, then became an oil technologist. Now I would have still had a bar and Spain of those 2 years failed as a trainee. A legit madness. Fair. Fair. I can't even say what my job is right now until I change. Well, not until I change jobs because I got a couple stories from my job. See who gets over the line in the end in this match. And even then, we've got either Littler versus Dirk or Littler versus Humphries in the final. It's just going to be prime time darts entertainment, bro. Day to day basis, bro. Always remember this and always stay humble, bow, and peace. Of course, never change for nothing. See, people don't know the half of the shit that's going on with me right now. I can't even say too much. I don't know how you guys always manage to chill it up, Musty. You guys could find it could be a fucking construction podcast. It's somehow make it about fucking Chelsea. Big up though, as always. All right, we're back underway. One last positive that I'll leave you on Costa when half dark. Regret is the biggest regret in life. That's a bar still. That is a bar. 180 there from Humphries. You've got to take life as like leave it all out there on the pitch in every situation you're in. A 180 from Dirk. Back to back 180s. I saw an old picture of Luke Humphries. He was huge. He looked like Lampard, bruv. I rate him for his weight loss. Because the picture looked fake when I saw it at first. $96 here for Humphries. For Dirk, sorry. He missed out on the double. Double 12 there. Treble 18. Double 16. 8, no, 9-7, sorry, from Humphries. That was class. That is why he's one of the best in the world. The only place where it is meant to be Chelsea, but it isn't. Jabs the channel. Respect my goat. Shout out Jabs as always. Because I know it goes left on there. Melon said. Two treble 20s there. Luke Humphries is two away, man. Just needs to keep the distance up. There's going to be a Little Humphries final again. I'm pretty sure it's the third that I've watched. The last two I watched, Humphries won the first one, Little won the second one. Could be a decent rivalry yet to come. Nearly a 180 there. Here's a treble one instead. It's weird watching darts without the commentary, I must say. Like it's already weird. Like what? It's not really that weird watching football without the commentary because I'm used to that. But just without darts, it's a bit mad. He's gonna get this unless he completely misses the 78. Why are you body shaming the pride of London? No comment. Double six. Oh, he's missed a double six, but he's got a chance to get it again for the next try. Honestly, Dirk should probably lose just purely for his earrings alone. They look like £1 coins on his ears, bruv. Missed the first double six dart. Hit the second one. It's now 10-7. Humphries is really not happy with his clinicality and his performance so far, to be fair to him. But that's what I rate about darts players here. Even though when they eventually hit the target, they're like, I should have hit this like a dart earlier and be more precise. Because they're thinking, if it was like a hypothetical case of the totals weren't as distant from each other from his opponent, then Dirk would have had a chance to counter up on that. There's a lot of anger in Humphries right now. It's 20 there. Lack of trebles happening at the moment. But then again, he just hit treble 17 there. Treble 18, sorry. 100 there total from Humphries. Just about keeping up with Dirk in this specific leg. But I think he'd want to do a bit better than what he's actually doing right now. For the sake of keeping the league interesting, do you want City to beat Liverpool next week? I don't really mind what happens next week as long as it's not a draw. I want a team to win just as long as it ain't Arsenal. It's calm to me. For me, I don't think Arsenal will in the race anyway, and not really scared of Arsenal winning it. So I don't really mind what happens next week, but I think Liverpool will actually comfortably win next week. I just think City are going to carry on spiraling a bit. Missed the double 12, then double six for Dirk. Missed the double six. Humphries got a chance to get this total of 97 here. That London hate here, I don't get it. It's not even because of that, bro. I just don't like Arsenal fans. To be honest with you, West Ham and Arsenal don't have a rivalry. And even for the whole London thing, Dirk has made it 8-10. It's just so I don't even know what that word is. I don't even know how to pronounce that. It's just I don't like Arsenal fans. They're just really, really annoying. The Chelsea, for me, with Chelsea and Tottenham, it's a London thing, which is how I grew up. But I grew up also in like schools in my area, just a lot of Arsenal and Man United fans. That's why I don't like them too. as well. I'm not really a big fan of them. Palace are kind of just annoying. I used to dislike Everton a lot. Now it's kind of like they're just there sort of thing. Um, Obviously Millwall is the obvious one. Would you hate QPR if they won a Euro Cup before West Ham, i.e., over Arsenal? No, fun fact: QPR's technically my second team, just because of my granddad. It should be Dagenham and Redbridge because local. But that's my third team, I guess, if you want to do all of that. But um, I kind of have a little bit of a soft spot. I would never wear their colours, but I have a soft spot for QPR. I could have been a bullseye there from Humphries, but he's got a chance to end it in his next couple of darts. 2 treble 19s there. 25. This is a chance for Humphries to win it. 9, double 8. And Luke Humphries has won. Luke Humphries has won, and now it's a Littler Humphries final, people, and that will be obviously the last match of the whole thing. But yeah, Humphries didn't really play to his best abilities. He even stressed himself out with his hand for his head and for his face because of his, I guess, the lackluster performance for his standards. And obviously, at one point, Dirk was winning by a long shot, but I'm sure it's more of a sense of relief that fact that he won that. Um, but they are. I don't get how the lines are drawn in London, but they are hella drawn for sure. I don't know. It's just a bit of a mess. It's just a bit of a mess. Tottenham are your biggest rivals, and Arsenal are biggest rivals of Tottenham. The enemy and my enemy is my friend. I don't like any of the big three London teams. I prefer Arsenal to Tottenham, yes, overall technically, but at times I just don't really care about Tottenham that much. And what I mean by that, not because Tottenham are not even that much of a big club or anything. It's not because of that. It's just the banter is so like dead between West Ham and Tottenham fans that I kind of just don't care about the game as much anymore. Obviously, I want to win it, and obviously, I was very frustrated when we did lose. And doesn't make me any less annoyed that we fact that we did lose that game specifically. But it kind of just gets a bit annoying after a while. And Arsenal fans are just a bit more annoying because with Tottenham, a loss is round the corner anyway. Like they may have beaten Man City, but look at the theme of them this season: win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, constantly. Like they're kind of just in a big spiral sort of thing. I don't really care about them that much in terms of the fact that even when they do better than us, the loss is always round the corner. The meltdown is always round the corner. With Arsenal fans, the meltdown is always pending at the end of the season, even though they started really bad right now. With Chelsea, I don't like Chelsea, but I don't really banter them as much. There's not really much you can say. There's not really much we can say to a Chelsea fan, unfortunately. You just kind of want to get one over them when you face them, sort of thing. Well, I'm looking forward to this final, not going to lie. It's going to be a high-class match, and it's going to be close as well. Nobody's going to win it by a long shot. And put it this way, whoever wins out Humphries and Littler, it won't be by a lot. All right. I put Littler and Humphries in the thumbnail as well, just by chance. I've got to change the title now. Smash the likes, people. If you haven't already, try to get to 50 likes by the time everything finishes. You reckon Brentford are going down? No chance. No chance they'll go down. I predicted them to go down at the start of the season just to be different. I wanted to be different just because I didn't want to be lazy and say that all the promoted teams will go down. So I said Brentford and Forest. But I was wrong. I'm completely wrong. Brentford actually looked decent for their lack of investment. I don't think there's a chance they go down. Humphries will beat him. Either way, I wouldn't be surprised. I think I prefer Littler to win because he's less boring. But Humphries is sick. So, did you hear Rance coping about the United result today? I didn't. I didn't, bro. I didn't. But it is what it is. They all do. Every Man United fan does it as well, especially when it's their first game in it. For me, I think Rance will know himself. I was saying Ipswich aren't a shit team and that they're really good. Ipswich are a good coach team. They're not a really good team in general. Um, for the players they have, they're doing okay. Um, but they just need to be putting more points on the board. They're drawing way too many games. Oh, Mike's doing a live cast for a Man United Arsenal match. A live cast? What do you mean? Well, like a watch along, or just I'll get the beer in. Um, but with Man United, I think Rance knows himself that the squad isn't good enough. I don't understand why they're excited about their manager, but they they got a long way to go, man. Like Amarim's gonna die at sea if he just doesn't have the right players. Like some of their players, oh my god, like Fernandez, Garnacho, Rashford, front three today. That was an eyesore. I don't care if Rashford scored first. Did you see them trying to what's it called? You see them trying to trying to function in that system. He's on the same thing he was on when Ten Hag came in. It's the Man United cycle, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, I do get why Man United fans are more excited, like are just as excited now as when Ten Hag came in, and I don't think Amorim will make the same mistake as Ten Hag by like going back on his laurels. However, Man United fans like to overgas it and think everything is solved by just a managerial appointment when they've had similar players pretty much year in, year out. Um, like you're seeing every Man United fan overgas it. But until they get rid of the big players, they ain't getting anywhere. I'm not even saying like Man United are completely far off because the league is shit, so you could get anywhere with the right coaching. But there's only so much a coach can do. These players are overrated, man. I do rate it. I think Amad Diallo did show up most of the United players though. Um, by playing right wing back out of position, and what's it called? Um, actually outperforming all the other attackers on the pitch. I remember I saw a lot of, for some reason, a lot of hypothetical lineups with Garnacho at wing back. If Garnacho played wing back, he gets so caught out. I don't know what match is going on right now. Garnacho will play every game. Rashford will be the number 9, and Ahmad will be out of the team within 5 games. If that is actually what happens, they'll be fucked. I honestly don't know what's going on right now. I don't know who this guy is. I didn't even know there was another match going on. But we're not getting a final right now. Have I missed something? What's going on? There's 2 people with glass. It's probably a third place or a fan thing. I didn't even know that was going on, bro. Because I've seen this guy before. But these guys weren't in the semi-final. What's going on? Oh, well, this match is going on. We'll just chat for a bit. The final will be next, I assume. I've seen this guy before. I don't remember his name. But yeah, Man United got a long, long way to go. Long way. Like, nothing's going to be solved as of yet. If they get a result against Arsenal, though, cheers. I don't know if I'll do a watch along for that. I might. I might. I might have to be fair. Might not have any content that day. Kind of depends if I have an upload for that day or not. You doing a West Ham watch along? I can't lie. West Ham watch alongs won't be uh a thing for a while. Like, I know I did them in pre-season, but pre-season a bit different. I watch. Obviously, I go to the home games because I've got a season ticket. But the away games, like I just watch it with my family. So that's why I do live match reactions now. So it's kind of just like at least people could get somewhat alive from me now. Um, until things change. I know West Ham watch alongs is what people want because they've been asked before, and it's something that will take my channel to the next level. But right now, it's not going to be a thing. Uh, oh, this is the World Youth Championship. Okay, this is the final of the youth. All right, fair enough. Both of these guys are called Van. I've seen Van Veen before, but yeah, like for this. I see myself doing YouTube for quite a long time. So West Ham watch-alongs will be a thing, just not in the near future. Because I'll probably still be going to the home games no matter how shit we are. It's just a day out sort of thing. I prefer to be out my house than in my house. So I'll probably find it. I'll probably keep going to the games. Should let be in the youth slow. Probably. These are probably the guys that are probably just not good enough to be in a proper one. Wait until you get the bag for it. I hear ya. To be fair, I don't get paid right now from YouTube. We are close. We are close, but even then, we'll be getting like 5p, which I'll accept anyway. I'll take anything I can get at this point. Cost of living and all that. But that will be their extra bonus, I guess. West Ham hate alongs will go hard. The bag, no David Coop bag. But honestly, with how shit West Ham are as well, I know people are just that would be the era of like getting clipped and shit like that. Also, just a lot going on in life right now. I can't lie. Can't even buy a Freddo or 5p. Oh man, those were the days, man. Primary school. When I was in primary, just get a 5p Freddo or ask your mum for a 5p Freddo. And Freddos were like proper chocolate bars when you were a kid because you're only a kid. Like if you buy a Freddo now, it's about the size of your pinky right now. But those are like the OG days. Just get a Freddo. Corner shop straight after school. Then in secondary school, fucking hell. They were like 10p, 15p by then. Utter woke nonsense. They're called caramello koalas here. Fucking hell. Caramello koalas. That is the most Australian named chocolate ever. Koalas, you know. Mr. Bullseye there. Van Veen. Best of 11 this match. Double 16. 2-0 to Van der Velde. I didn't even know this match was going to happen. It turns out we're probably going to be streaming for pretty much an extra half an hour / 45 minutes. If this is happening, I was wondering why there wasn't there was such a short break between the final. I was going to say, ain't going to give a chance to Littler and Humphries to practice in their private darts dressing rooms. If I should away. I've realized that doing stuff on this channel, it doesn't matter what I do. Even if it's non-football, people will still watch it. So big up to everyone that joined me for the Kendrick listening thing, the first reaction, and the darts watch-alongs, because I don't know what it is with darts. They get views on YouTube very quick and way more than the football watch-alongs. So not football watch-alongs, the football match reactions and match previews. So big up for that. But we're going to be doing a lot more. Literally for the whole of the first 2 months of the winter, basically. I need me some shit to get me through this fucking winter. Honestly, I've got a long month ahead, man. I check in usually. You got to find out work listening to the music for the last 20 years. I hear you, man. I hear you. 2-1 to Van Velde. Man said one of his darts got stuck in the back of another dart. You know how unlucky that is? But these grime artists, etc., I have no clue about. Grime ain't been popping like that for years, to be fair. It's coming back, though. It's coming back. There's some of my mates, etc., I watched Battle Rap Skinny Man. I don't know about Skinny Man. I don't watch Battle Rap, to be fair. I only watch Pen Game Rap Battle, and that's it right now. I need to delete one of these tabs. I've got too many tabs open. All these fucking iMac tabs, bruv. He was great in a day, but I'm super old school. Fair. $180 for Van Veen. Could make this 2-2. Honestly, I kind of want this match to go over and done with, not gonna lie. Wasn't really interested in the youth championship. I kind of just wanted to watch the final and then go to bed. But probably gonna be here till like 10:30. Which is fine, I guess. But I am kind of tired. I'm low-key cooked. Rodney P. Showers also repping London old school. I've heard the name before, but I'm not too familiar overall. 180 there from Van Veen. Low-key, this guy just does look a bit lost. $140 there from Van der Velde. It's a tough match, this. You can see why they're in the final, I guess. Very close, very close. $112 there. Don't know if he can hit a double. Nah, can't get that in a 3. On 63 though, set himself good to make it 3-2. Then again, says Van der Velde to set him up for a double 6. Was that treble 17? Missed it, double 3 now. Double 3s are hard to hit, so fair play for that. Fair play for that. It takes him to 3-2 now, Van Veen. Just a normal 60 there. Excuse me. I'm definitely going to have to get more water after this. Big up Alfie, bro. Big up Alfie. Make sure to subscribe to Alfie, people. Trying to hit 300 subscribers. He'll be on the channel tomorrow. For the Newcastle West Ham match reaction / the GVO show, people. We've got that coming tomorrow, as usual. As well as straight after Newcastle West Ham be the match reaction and the GVO show. We've got watchalongs, we've got streams coming pretty much throughout the whole week until next Sunday, people. Make sure to smash a like if you haven't already. Trying to get to 15 likes. I'm trying to hit 1K as soon as possible, people. Man like Alfie is always getting called Alfred now by Dave. Mike, a pleasure as always. Big up and big up. Oh, big up to yourself, Deck. Big up as always, bro. Double 20, double 10 now from Van der Velde. Taking his time with it. Misses the double 10. He's got a chance though. I don't think he's going to get a 140 Van Veen. Is it bullseye though? Treble 20. Set himself up, to be fair. Double 5. Missed the double 5 in the first dart. Second dart, he's finally got it. 3-3. Very close final this. We're going to be here all night. I needed to do a stream for this today because I had fuck all to upload. I wasn't going to do a match reaction to the 2 games I watched today for the fucking football. That was generally nothing to talk about. Low key, this sport is kind of cooked. Like in terms of football, it's kind of cooked a little bit. $140 there from Van Veen. 140 as well from Van der Velde. Very tight in terms of scoreline, in terms of totals that they're getting as well. In terms of the darts that they're hitting, the doubles and trebles that they're hitting. Can't even argue with it. Oh, double 18. What a play from Van der Velde. That is actually clinical, not going to lie. It's a very close game. A very, very close game. That's at 4-3. This has been the closest one so far, because all of the other ones have been close, but it's just someone usually starts by battering someone, and then we kind of see the level in between everyone. Could be a 180 here. 140. I don't even think we've had a 180 yet in this whole match. Well, we could have one here. Van der Velde, 140 again. A lot of 140s, not a lot of 180s. Just adjusting my camera. Treble 19 there. Set himself up okay. Not the best, though. Even if you don't watch the darts, people, make sure to contribute in the chat and get your questions in. And I'll answer as many as possible. Did you see the Porto fans rioting on the street because they got knocked out of the cup? But you won't get that in England. Yeah, England fans don't give a fuck, do they? Like, they're just depressed and shout at a camera. Who would do that, right? But yeah, that's the thing. Double 18 there from Van der Velde. Yeah, Portuguese fans, Spanish fans, French fans, Italian fans, they're way more passionate than us. They have way higher standards and they don't give a fuck, especially the big clubs as well. Even the likes of Valencia. I remember, was it Valencia? When they were in the relegation battle, they kind of just stormed the outside of the stadium. But you definitely won't get that. If you get that in England, you'll get called out by the media for being negative. The media will try and take the piss out of you in their big, rich studios. Could be a 180 here. Again, another 140. For fuck's sake, Deck. Such an old one, bro. I nearly read it as well. That's how cooked I am right now. Sky Sports have ruined football. Not them specific. They've contributed. I think Premier League probably has. Even though I've only watched the Premier League when it's been the Premier League, it's probably the Premier League that's ruined football in terms of English football. Because to be honest, outside of even then, it's them and the football owners, the modern day football owners that have ruined football. Because that's why teams like Inter and Juventus are so fucking broke. And even Barcelona at some point. $76, $56, $40. He could have set himself better up for that. Double six here for Van Veen. Missed the first one. Missed the second one. He's got closer though. And he's finally got the third one. It's now 5-4 to Van der Velde. As I said, it's been very close. Both teams have just caught up. Both players have just caught up with each other very well. $100 there. Oh, I've got a fucking headache from this. I'm so cooked right now. I'm so cooked. I mean, look back to that Roy Keane rant about the prawn sandwich crew. In hindsight, I totally get. It's heavily aged well in it. Saw the BS in advance then. Yeah, I always go back to that. And there's like a fan cam. I don't remember what Liverpool channel it's on. What's it called? There's this Liverpool fan. I don't think he's like a YouTuber, but he did a fan cam at, I think it was like in 2015 on one of these old school Liverpool channels. And he was talking about the lack of atmosphere at Anfield. And he was talking about, I think, a lot of tourists, but a lot of people that are just there for the sake of it and don't give it a good go in terms the atmosphere. You can see it kind of dying off because I'm pretty sure that's when like ticket prices were rising anyway. I think it was 2015 to 2017, that kind of era. It might have been either early Klopp or it might have even been before that. But he was talking about it then. It was kind of talking about the way football was going because of how the owners want to set it out and stuff. It is sad to see. It is sad to see. It's kind of a bit, double 10 there from Van Veen 5-5. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see where it's gone, but there's not really anything we can do about it. Because if there's anyone that doesn't care about the fans, it's English people. In terms of the higher ups and like corporations and other shit. Haven't seen one 180 so far. Might be another Kendrick album. Actually, what is dark is that's true. All English fans could tune out, not attend, and the Prem would continue now. It's facts, because think about it. It's all a trap deck. The reason why it's all a trap is because let's say the fans carry on going, you're constantly funding the problem that you're complaining about. But if you don't attend, you get replaced with tourists that will take the tickets anyway. And then, especially, for example, let's say the big six teams, especially, and stadiums like ours, for example, because it's basically a tourist stadium because it used to be the former Olympic Stadium and certain other stadiums as well, like all the England games, like Wembley Stadium, are all going to be attracted by tourists anyway. Like, everyone has foreign fans. Everyone has dedicated foreign fans that even fly out from other countries to go watch the game from all parts of the world. We have it, but you can tell who's a tourist and who's a West Ham fan in the ground. But it is a world merchandise. Think about it, the Premier League is its own brand. It kind of doesn't matter what club is in the Premier League anymore, excluding the big six teams, because obviously the big six teams bring the money to it. But you're kind of just an add-on, let's say, of the brand. So regardless of what's part of the brand is the Premier League. How that is being seen now, if you're not a dedicated fan that goes to see that anyway, you're replaced by someone that's just seen it from their perspective, being like, I'm going to watch a game that's in the Premier League now. Suppose you get a few Czech fans now. I actually haven't seen a Czech flag in the stadium for a while. That used to be the thing when the fans came back. Um, and they ended 6-5 the youth championship thing to Van den Velde. Or was it no? Van Veen won 6-5 at the best of 11. So I guess the next one will be the final. Van der Velde is pretty much in tears because he had it in his hands. I've never seen a darts player cry, but I think he looks like he's about to cry. I'm too much of a prick because whenever I see someone from the sports world cry, I laugh at them. Um, but yeah, I haven't seen a Czech Republic flag since the fans came back. To be fair, like when the fans came back in like the 21-22 season, I saw a lot of Czech fans there. I see, in terms of tourists, I see a lot. There's a lot of French tourists that come to West Ham games. Like we already had like Ghanaians coming to the game before Mohamed Kudus was there because West Ham a big fan base in Ghana and in Ghana. Have a lot of like Chinese West Ham fans. Uh, a lot of Irish, of course. Every English team has Irish fans, but yeah, a lot of there are tourists that they actually sit um around where I sit, like in the upper end of the stadium. Yeah, you know what they call an abortion in Prague? A cancelled check. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, man. How do you come up with this stuff? Do you have a good view of where the game? Do you have a good view of the game where you are sat? It's actually not bad for a higher up sit, like a higher up seat. Like for a higher up seat in the stadium is actually not a bad view. If I'm being real, like it could be much worse. I'm sitting near to the top of the stadium, but it's in a part of the stadium where like you can see most of it. Like it's not like I'm sitting like behind a goal up at like right at the top because that is even worse. Like I'm sitting in more of one of the corners, so you can kind of see everything anyway. The only thing you can't really see is if like you know when West Ham faced Man United and the whole penalty incident was going on, you couldn't really tell what was going on when the challenge actually happened itself because I was sitting on the other side, and that's when I'm like that's the only little things you can't see from that sort of perspective. But overall, you still have a good view of the game. In fact, it's more nerve wracking to sit higher up because you can see the game tactically, so you kind of know what's going to happen before it happens, like because of the team shape and the structure, etc., and the way the players approach it. They're just interviewing Van Veen after winning the championship, the youth championship, and then I'm assuming at 10 or 10 past 10, or whenever. I'm going to assume at like 10. We will have Humphries versus Littler. But yeah, I'll get some water before that, and then we'll be recharged. Make sure to smash the likes. As I've said, people try to get to 15 likes. By the end of the stream, well, 13. So we could get to 15. If you haven't liked the video already, just like the video. And try to hit 1K subscribers as soon as possible. All right. Looking forward to this little Humphries match. That other Dutch guy stopped crying. Taking the pictures now for the whole thing. Man said that too for that runners up thing is kind of sick. Did you watch Swansea Leeds? No, I saw it was 4-3 at the end. I saw the last minute goal, but I didn't see the game. I don't know why they started putting championship games at 3. I want to bet with you. Try and predict us versus you next game. I want the Wolves West Ham match. Um, seriously, if you hear, I'll donate to the channel. Thing is, I'm not monetized yet, so I don't think you can donate to the channel right now. But we'll predict it now because our form is totally unguessable. Assuming, like, if I was to predict it right now, I'd probably say like 1-1. I couldn't tell you just because I don't think, as much as I don't think you guys are the greatest. We don't. I don't know whether we'll lose at home because I can Patreon a beer. I don't have Patreon, bro. But once we get monetized, I guess you can donate. But you don't have to if you don't want to. But 1-1. I'll say 1-1. If they were to make the earliest prediction possible, I'll say 1-1. Neither of us are bettable one, dude. That's true. It's true. Anyway, hold on, people. I'm gonna just refresh my water. And we'll be back. Obviously, Littler versus Humphries is the final, people. I need to refresh because I'm dehydrated as fuck. I'll be back, people. Alright, we're back. We are back. Water's ready. Bring on the next fucking game, bruv. Nearly streamed for 3 hours. It's actually gone quite quick, to be honest. Big up to the chat as always. Enjoying it, not gonna lie. I wish I didn't have a fucking headache, but still enjoying it. Should be interesting tomorrow. It's rumored that David Moyes might be announced to Leicester very soon. We'll see if that's actually true or not. West Ham Newcastle tomorrow, and then we've got the Champions League, West Ham Arsenal next week. So yeah. Man, like Humphries versus Littler. Tough one to call, not gonna lie. I'm gonna predict that Littler gets over the line. He's just too much on form right now. And even though Humphries is still in the final, it's not the same Luke Humphries. It's been a bit shaky. However, whoever wins, it's not gonna be by a landslide or by any means at all. Someone's gonna have to edge it. Pause. Finally, we're gonna get into the proper final, people. You gotta look at reactions and morale as well when it comes to these two. Like Humphrey seems to be beating himself up at any little mistake, and it's good to have high standards of yourself. But the difficult part of that is for Humphreys is like he plays it, he just beats himself up at any little thing. With Littler, he kind of like reacts, kind of like brushes it off, and he seems like he's enjoying it a lot more. And yes, you're gonna enjoy it naturally, and this goes for like any sport, any walk of life in general. You're gonna enjoy it a lot more when you're doing it well. But it's also just it doesn't feel like he has the same confidence. It feels like he embraces the moment as he's doing now, walking onto the thing. But as soon as he gets back to doing the dance, he just looks. It just looks like not he hates it, but just beating himself up constantly. Walking out to I Predict a Riot because he's a Leeds fan. I'm like Cool Hand Luke. I didn't think only Luke Littler could make a Pitbull and Flow Rider song as a walkout song sound good, bro. Not gonna lie. Did someone dress as a Christmas tree in the 24th of November? Gotta love this country. This country, I'm sure this is the only country that has as many Christmas decorations out in fucking November. As soon as Halloween was over, on like the 1st November, I went into Tesco's and I saw a Christmas tree. And I was like, okay, what is this work nonsense, man? Like, you're taking it way too far. Way too far. Oh, like 1st November, you got a whole month and then another fucking 24, 25 days before you can even consider it Christmas. Man, that Littler doing his walk on. He just signed someone's arm. Like what? I don't get that. With signing a body part, bruv. Like you can't even keep that. You can't even keep that signature. You're signing someone's arm, bruv. It's like when them singers or like their music artists, the girls just get their tits out just so you can sign their tits. Like, bro, you can't keep that signature on your tit for a long time. That's gonna be washed off in the next shower, bruv. Because you want to shag them, like signing your tits is really not just. It's not a logical thing to do. Go into a concert to get your tits signed. No, you're for the streets. I can't lie. What would be even funnier is she did like these women that have boyfriends that go to guys shows to get their tits signed. Being a boyfriend, you gotta be some Adam 22 level of guy to accept that shit. At least the crowd is gonna be somewhat level with this match. Both got their own fucking separate fan bases. Very close to the game starting. All right, Littler's gonna start, people. And we're finally underway. It is the final, people. It's the final. Not the greatest start. Treble 19, didn't even get a treble. Best of 21, just like the semi-finals. Neither of them got a treble. Let's go. Shout out to Charlie as always. Treble 18. 2 treble 18s. He's actually gone for the treble 18 a lot more in these last tournaments whenever he can't get a treble 20. He does mix it up with a treble 19. That seems to be his go-to. 140 there from Luke Humphries. But you know there's just going to be that moment in the match where Littler just locks in. 2 treble 19s there. 2 treble 20s there from Humphries. And a normal 18. Both set themselves up decent. 100 from Luke Littler. Just going for the treble. It's more Humphries going for the treble 19s rather than Littler. 20. Number 20. That's 40. Over double 20. If he could get that over, I was going to say that's kind of hard to do, but Humphries could take advantage here using the 72. 16. Double 20. 1-0 Humphries. Decent. Again, this is the kind of leg we're going to see pretty much all match. The quality of darts is just already like spot on. 140 there from Humphries there. He's not getting the trebles that he wants to, Luke Littler. This could be the next rivalry to come about in the next few years. Just a normal 100 there from Luke Littler. I can't even call either of them Luke because they're both Luke. 2 treble 19s. Humphries on form so far, not going to lie. $140 there from Luke Littler, though. Still keeping afloat. Treble 17. Set himself up well to finish that in 2-0. Nah, 100 there. Double 18 for Luke Humphries. Missed the first one. Missed the second one. Now a double 9. Missed the double 9. Don't think Luke Littler's going to get that 104, but... Oh, treble 16. 16. Double 20. Missed a chance to capitalise there. He's hit the 1. Double 4. He'll get this next one. He's missed the first one. Yep, 2-0. 2-0 Humphries. As much as he wasn't his best in that second one, he was never going to miss it a second time. Luke Littler needs to be a lot better. But we know he's going to rise to levels. He always does. Or could be the first 180. It's the first 180 of the match, I think, so far from Littler. Can Humphries respond with the exact same thing? No, just a normal 100. This is more like Luke Littler. 19. Nah, it's not what he wanted there. Should win this one, though. Should win this leg. Whether he threw first or not. 19. 19 again. He's not hitting the trebles. He's not hitting the trebles. But to be fair, he's on 80. Like, he can take his time, really. Take his time for himself to be clinical. Oh, 60. Double 10. Missed the first one. Missed the second one. He's got 3 darts to hit double 10. I don't think either of them are at the level that they want to be, despite the quality of darts being way up than any other match that we've seen so far. That's why these two are in the final, really. Double 10. Missed the first one again. Double 5. He's hit the double 5. Probably took longer than he wanted to, but it's not really about that right now. It's kind of just about keeping afloat. He's not happy with himself. He hasn't hit one treble. Hasn't hit one treble. He's really disappointed with himself. Even though Humphries ain't hitting the trebles either. Both of them are really frustrated with themselves, and rightly so. Obviously, there's natural pressure, despite their experience. Fucking hell. Completely missed the treble 18. Neither of them are hitting the totals. That's the first treble I think I've seen. 140 there from Humphries. This is more likely. More like it, sorry. Oh, he's not even hitting the treble 19s he usually gets, Littler. Treble 7 instead. Both are, like, this is the most frustrating legs so far. Both of them are just reacting to themselves. Both of them just punching themselves up right now. Is it 2-1 to Humphries here? It is. Neither of them are doing that well. Neither of them. Humphries less so. Like, he's been more at it than Littler so far. But both of them are just not. It's not been the same. The first leg was decent. Every time he's gone for the treble 19 Littler, he's not hit. Double to. Oh, no. I mean, he'll hit it next time. The double 20. Double 20 from Luke Humphries. 3-1. Littler needs to break. Just to lock in. Could be a 180 here, though. It completely missed the third one. I think it might have ricocheted. Hit the treble 19 at least, though. Still keeping himself afloat there. 2 treble 19s from Humphries. Really close right now. Really, really close. 100 from Luke Littler. Not what he wants right now. 19. 38. 57. Damn. They're oh, man. I don't know what's going on in this match. They kind of just see what sticks right now, literally. Just about keeping up with each other. On 90 now, Luke Littler. Double 15. Missed the first one. Missed the second one. Damn. These doubles, man. These doubles. 20, that's on 94 now. Nah, not what he wanted there. Now Luke Littler has 3 darts to hit double 15. It's not as easy as people think it is, especially on that angle. He hit a 10 instead. He wants to hit a double 10. Now he wants to hit a double 5. See, it's not as easy. It's not as easy. Like 56 now for Humphries. He can really take advantage. Double 20, double 10. He's missed a double 10 as well. But to be on a 5 now with 3 darts is not the easiest either. It's quite awkward. Hit a 1. So 2. Number 1. Oh my god, the dart fell off. Oh my god. Humphries the chance to go to 4-1. Humphries has gone 4-1 up. Now they're into the break. Both of them will be frustrated, more so Littler. But that wasn't the greatest first part of the match so far from either of them. But Littler's been really, really off it for his standards, especially in the last 2 tournaments where we've watched him. The final against Anderson, the semi-final against the Decker, etc. Like whoever it's been against. Even the quarterfinal against the Decker in this tournament. He's not hit it at all, man. Only a matter of time before he goes up again now, Littler. But Luke Humphries has got a lot to improve on as well in this match. He can only get better as well. We know the quality that he can possess. Smash the likes up, people, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. Thank you for everyone that's been supporting so far and everyone that's been locked into this stream. We've been going on for 3 hours. So I appreciate everyone's support as always. Try to hit 1K as soon as possible. Try and get to 15 likes on this stream. I'd be more shocked if Littler just doesn't turn up the levels. Doesn't go up a gear. I'd be surprised if he keeps it to the same level. Like he kind of not started similar in like the first part, but I always go back to the semi-final against Dedeker in the previous tournament where he was losing by 9-6 or something, and it was like the first of 10 legs, and then he turned up in those last 3 like on point, very precise. When he locks in, he locks in. He's got a lot of time to turn this around lately as well. Obviously, it's first to 21. Like, well, not first 21, best of 21. It is a bit of a mountain to climb, but it's nothing that he hasn't done before. Let's be real. Okay, back underway shortly. Just doing obviously their practice darts. All right, Humphries to get us underway again. Decent start. Not the worst, to be fair. Again, not the treble 20, treble 19s is where it's at. It's the first time he's actually been precise, hitting 2 darts in the treble 19 so far. Decent from Humphries as well. Like it's a bit like Ross Smith in a previous game with Littler. Like just every time he went for the treble 20, he's got a bit of downward there. 180 there from Humphries though. He's set himself onto 8. He just needs a double 4 now. Next one. That's brilliant from Luke Humphries. Sensational. Double 4. Now it's a double 2. Missed the double 2. Double 1. He's hit the double 1. Third time's the charm from Humphries is 5-1. Such a mountain to climb for Luke Littler. He's kind of got to use this one because he throws first and almost be that new shine of momentum. It's not been the greatest from Littler, but however, it was a bit better than usual. It just Humphries was that good in the first one. Oh, he nearly hit another 180. Hit a 140 there. Triple 19 again. 2 treble 19s. Again, even when he can't hit the treble 20s, he's just bang on with the treble 19s. Oh man. It's not looking good, bruv. Can't lie, it's not looking good, bruv. Not the best from Luke Littler. Definitely not the best. I don't know. The camera work compared to how Sky usually do it is a bit off from my TV, I have to say. Sometimes you're not even seeing the third dot. Humphries had a chance to hit the bullseye there. 105 from Littler. You can still do this. 25. Oh, he's done it. 2 double 20s. Finally. To make it 5-2. That is actually really good from Littler. That's the Luke Littler we know. He's never down and out. He's kind of got to use this as momentum now, as we said before. 140 there from Humphries. Good start. Decent, no? Decent. They're just keeping up with each other, I have to say. 180 there from Humphries. Still 140 there from Littler. He's keeping afloat. As I said, it's just about keeping afloat. 25. Decent again from Humphries. Go on. Little smirk there from Littler. 140 though. Double 18 for Humphries. Double 9. Hit the double 9. 6-2. So far, man, it doesn't even look like Humphries is going to get beaten anytime soon. Littler's not on it. Decent from Littler though. Treble 20 there. Nearly 3 treble 19s from Luke Littler. Been decent from him in this one, to be fair, in this leg. Oh, 180 from Humphries again. He's been on form ever since the break. Ever since the break, he's been better overall in this match anyway. Oh, bullseye from Luke Littler. 6-3. Again, that's more the Luke Littler we know. Like, he's been more improved, more himself since the break, but still, man, you kind of just want to see better from him naturally. Like Luke Humphries as well, he's gone up a gear. It wasn't even his best start. He was frustrated with himself, but to be fair to him, he's gone up a gear. And people forget this guy was literally the guy who beat him the first time in his first final. Oh, 180 from Littler. He's got to do a lot to keep up with Humphries. Because there could be a 180 here from him. Maybe not. Didn't even zoom in like it was going to be a 180. Nah, 60. 60, man. That's disappointing. Didn't take advantage. Could have hit the bullseye there. Set himself nicely there in case Humphries misses the 57. But he doesn't miss the double 20. He doesn't miss the double 20 twice. He has missed the double 20 twice. Now it's the chance for Luke to make it double 20. To get the double 20, to make it 6-4. He's never down and out. Double 20, 6-4. Was that another break already? Jesus Christ. That one's gone quick. If I'm Luke Littler, I actually don't want to break there. I'm not going to lie. However, he's taking it into the next break, still keeping afloat. Both gone up a level. Severe improvement from both of them. I have to say. The level wasn't great after the first leg. And then both of them went up a level. Luke Humphries started well, getting more 180s. Luke Littler really being more precise with the treble 19s. And then we see more of the same from both of them. More of that accuracy. These shitty adverts, man. Get the fuck out of my face. See what happens now. It's all up in the air. Because if Luke Littler does win this natural leg like he's meant to, could be 6-5. I don't know how reliable Rudy Galetti is. He obviously said that Van Nistelrooy has been approached for the Leicester job, but David Moyes also in the consideration. But we'll see. We will see. These breaks are way too long for a final, man. Way, way too long. Kind of just want to get on with it, man. Soon underway, people. Soon underway. Obviously, they just got to do their practice darts again. Then we're straight back into it, people. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. All right, back on the way. Littler gets us underway, people. Just got to capitalize on what he just did. After now it being 6-4. Can make it 6-5, then it's tight. Especially whilst throwing first as well. After breaking the hand of Luke Humphries. Both hit 140s to start with. Both very competitive, both very precise. Another 140. Very precise for both of them. We just see 140 so far. Treble 19. Two treble 19s. Bullseye! 6-5. Humphrey showed respect to the last two times that Littler's done that. Littler loves a bullseye shot. He's back. He's never dead. Never ever dead. Always goes up a gear when he's down and out. Although he hasn't started the best in this one. Could be 180 here from Humphries. As a 140. Still just about keeping afloat. Humphrey set himself up well there, so he could get a double 18. Probably will get this one over the line. Double 18 from Humphries, 7-5. Still not bad from a Littler perspective though, because like still keep afloat, man. If you keep winning the ones you're meant to be throwing first, could hit 180 here. He has hit 180 here. Good start. And Luke Humphries has been great since the first break, and ever since the second break, he hasn't faltered. He's just carried it on. Just win the ones you're meant to win. 140, still decent. $140 again. Treble 19s this time, yep. He's hitting the treble 19s decent this time. Like before the first break, he just kept going for treble 20s and treble 19s. He had the treble 18s, but he kept faltering on both of them. Now, ever since then, he's gone for his trademark treble 19s. 7. Double 20. He's missed the first one. Hit the second one. 7-6. Decent start from both. Well, okay start from both of them in this next leg, in this 14th leg. Don't know why Humphries stalled there. Maybe he's overthinking it. I'm not too sure. Excuse me. Treble 18. Treble 20. Another treble 20. That's decent. Decent. Definitely keeping up with Luke Humphries right now. 100. That's still okay. That's still okay. Wants to hit the treble 17 there. Hasn't hit the treble 20. Hasn't hit the treble 18. 18. Treble 18. Double 7. He's hit it. He's still hit it. 8-6. It's not the one we wanted to hit originally. They're still keeping afloat, but it looks like Humphries will still get over the line, man. It's the distance Humphries wants. It was the same with what he did to Dirk. Played similar. It's actually played it better. Humphries less frustrated at himself as well. Yeah, Humphries might even have him on this one. Decent distance to have. This is a perfect time to hit 180. Just about faltering away. Nearly hit the bullseye. A lot of 25s from Humphries. Ooh. Double 8. Perfect. Perfect from Luke Littler. 8-7. One more break. All goes into this last one. But to be fair, as the game's gone on, both have gone up a gear. Can't really argue with it. Make sure to smash the likes, people. Get to that last stage of the match. We've been going on for 3 hours and a half. Nearly on 4 hours. But still enjoying it, people. Obviously, we're going to have streams every day up until next Sunday. Especially the Newcastle West Ham United match reaction tomorrow. Changing the title. Okay. Excuse me. All right. This long fucking advert break again. Make sure to smash the likes, people. Try and get to 50 likes before the stream ends. Been great. Doing another dart stream, doing another basically 4-hour stream. Back underway in a couple of minutes. All right, Humphries to get started underway and instantly 180. Jesus Christ, this guy's on form. This guy is ridiculous. Not hearing the trebles, Luke Littler. Not hearing the trebles. Once Humphries is ahead, he doesn't falter. Doesn't falter. Just remains calm. Keeps the same composure as he always does, especially on the big occasions. And nearly another 180, just with 140. Still, that's still great. No. Hit a bullseye there. Probably not enough. Double 16 for Luke Humphries. Missed the first one. He won't miss the second one. He has missed the second one. He won't miss the third one. He hasn't missed the third one. 9-7. If Luke Littler wants any chance of staying in this, he's got to win this one and pretty much the next one because Humphries don't falter. Just got to stay on form. He's got to click into gear like he always does. Wanted to go for the treble 19 instead. I hear it. Not the best there from Not the best there from Littler. Let Humphrey straight back into it. Straight back into it. Now they're pretty much on a similar score. It's not great. Lucky he's hit one treble though. Yeah. Humphries is on form. Let's push the other dart away for fuck's sake. Oh, you could get it from just this one. Nah, it's not. It's not what he wants there. Hit the bullseye to hit himself for double 20 to make it 10-7. Basically, he's nearly won the whole thing. Oh my god, he's hit a 2. Oh, Luke Littler's hit a 2. Now he's on 106. 25. And he's completely missed the other one. That's terrible. He's completely lost it. Double 20 from Luke Humphries. And he could end it right here. Luke Littler hasn't been his day in terms of the final. He's done really well up until everything else in this tournament. He's actually, based on performances, probably played better than Humphries in the lead up to the final. But it just looks like Luke Humphries is going to go over the line, man. Humphries is straight into his comfort zone, straight into his own gear. Could be 180 here from Littler. It is a 180 here from Littler. He's not down and out just yet. But he's still got a long, even if he was to break through in this leg, he's still got a long way to go. Nah, not the distances he wanted there. Still not bad though. $94. 18. First to 12. First to 11, I think. I think it is anyway. And Luke Humphries has won it. Luke Humphries has won it. 11-7. And yeah, it wasn't Luke Littler's day. But I'd credit to Humphries where it's due. As it went on, Humphries just went up again. As much as Luke improved from before the first break, it wasn't the Luke Littler we'd known throughout these past tournaments. And people keep forgetting to put respect to Luke Humphries' name, despite the fact that he may not put out the performance that he wants to and the performance that other people expect him to. He's still one of the best to do it as at this current moment in time. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why he wins these tournaments. It's not by any accident or by any coincidence. As Humphries does say that, like, this is still my yard. Like, bro, that's a statement of intent right there. But thank you guys for watching. It's been brilliant. It's been brilliant once again to watch the darts with you guys, and we'll keep on doing this throughout December and January, as you guys know already. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to join me at 10 p.m. tomorrow for the Newcastle vs West Ham United match reaction. If you want to follow me on social medias at GVO Mikes on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, make sure to smash a like. And subscribe if you're new.